Hello, Dangerlings. So here we are. Next week, for the first time in 350 consecutive weeks, this podcast feed will go dark. That is mind-blowing that we kept going this long. I did the calculations and it comes up as 604 episodes across both podcast feeds, this and the Patreon. That's staggering. We've had some adventures. We've traveled the world. We've had a lot of laughs. And I'm really, really going to miss it. But this isn't going to be the end. There'll be more stuff, so I'm urging you, stay on this podcast feed. Once it goes quiet, keep it there in the background, because when something new comes up, this is going to be the place to hear about it. That's all I want to say, because I want to keep this short. This is a long episode. We've got a lot to tie up. But I think you're going to really enjoy it, just like I've really enjoyed being in your headphones every week for 6 years now. It's a crazy world out there, Dangerlings, so good luck, and thank you, and enjoy the final episode of the Danger Club podcast.
Previously on the Danger Club podcast.
You tell me what size you are, I'll go buy you a dress.
Do you reckon that's the last time we'll ever see them again? The wedding of their son, Hadley, and Miss Aika. All hail the king of the rats!
Do you want all the shards? Is that what you want?
No, I think...
Well, it sounds like that's what you want!
M's dead, isn't he? You've literally killed him.
You want to go to the Temple of Yomadai. The lady that runs that place, ain't nothing compared to her.
There's one thing I know about this group of people. We get things done.
The adventure continues now.
Okay, now is the preamble.
Yes,
What?
Preamble Master.
What are we going to talk about today, team?
Here we are.
Oh wow, Dan's got stuff.
After I've always got stuff, Colin. I'm full of
much
stuff. I've had 300 and something episodes. Of stuff, 310
Finally,
episodes
we're going to
of
let
stuff.
you have some.
And we're finally, I should say 310 episodes, 6 years, and we're finally recording in my house.
Yeah.
Never happened before. With good reason, Dangerlings. If you could see the state of the setup that is here, it is cobbled together more, I think, than our very first record was cobbled together when we weren't sure we were actually going to make a podcast. But we're here, and we're here to put a podcast to bed for what, the last time. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Danger Club podcast.
It did just strike me that this is very cyclical. Because this feels very much like the first time we sat around that tiny table in your old flat, Colin.
That table was bigger than this one.
Was
it cyclical or cyclical?
Yeah.
Cyclical. Well, I think it just feels smaller because we went big, and
We were smaller.
we've gradually got smaller.
We were
We're a lot
Smaller.
I was definitely smaller.
We were smaller in this chair.
Yeah, we got James and Ross are sitting in camping chairs.
Yeah. Tiny camping chairs for children.
No expense spared.
Oh yes, yeah.
Riding
so
in the
you
bitch
should
seats.
follow your podcast dreams because this is where you might end up. Like, literally, in a tiny camping chair
sitting
on a
inside.
cold night
Inside
in
in
London.
an outside chair.
We've made it cozy though. We've made it nice.
Yeah.
It is cozy, isn't it? Yeah, we've all enjoying a lovely beer.
It's I'm on.
It's probably quieter here than it's
Dan's
ever
enjoying
been.
it.
Like, have a listen. Oh no, there is stuff.
There is stuff happening.
there
Yeah,
is
it turns
stuff
out the
still
world is still turning outside, but it feels like my world's ending. To be honest,
I'm on the Iron Pier Ernest Sour. I'm having a sour.
we want to get some more for that, mate.
So there we go. Got the.
Is that a little beer? Is it?
They're not sponsored. They're not
Brewed in
sponsored.
Gravesend.
So if you want to send something nice to Dan, send him a sour beer. If you want to insult the rest of us, send us a sour beer because they
I've
are
got a beer. I've
disgusting.
got a beer as well. I'm going to do something I've never done on the podcast.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I'm going to open it on air.
You've earned
we
that.
just heard
Wow.
that. Yeah.
Alcohol.
Holy
Cheers.
moly.
So we got a
Almost
sour,
spoke over
sour
real
beer.
beer.
Is that an,
Or is it alcohol
It's a
free?
real beer.
Yeah.
All beer is real
Well,
beer.
it's not,
Ross.
though, is it?
Well,
Is it CBD beer?
you know I don't drink alcohol these
Yeah,
days.
I know,
And
so
there's
that's
a lot of
why.
different reasons for this. But this is called Impossibrew. This is not an advert for Impossibrew, but this has lots of botanicals and lots of things to give you a natural buzz. without
Cocaine?
alcohol.
Nice.
Because that's not natural. I mean, it is technically,
It does grow.
but when they mix it with gasoline, it's not as natural. Which I guess is another natural product in a way. So.
I mean, all things come eventually. Like it's all natural.
Are you going to
begin
say
with,
all
right?
things are natural? Fuck off, hippie.
all words are made up.
And I know what you mean, but like amphetamines, they're pretty. There's nothing much natural about. They don't grow in the natural habitat.
That's course number 2, James. Let's start on the sours and the non-alcoholic beers. We'll crack open the amphetamines about halfway through this.
Yeah, I think so.
We are doing that today, right?
That's
Heroin.
That's going to be veiled as dancing lights.
When I say we're here to kill this podcast, I mean it's taking us with it.
Yeah, absolutely. I brought a classic snacks,
What'd you
which
make?
we've already devoured.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the Doritos chili
Doritos
heat wave. Because we used to like make chilies, didn't we?
Yeah.
We
That's
did.
the thing we used to do.
We made chilies.
Well, you did.
Thank you.
I did.
You made a chili. Yeah.
That chili was good. Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've really
I'm
gone
sure-
to. I made loads of chilies, but a post Danger Towers.
I thought you were going to say you were going to post them to us.
Post them to you. Yeah, I will. I will.
They've never arrived, James. They've never arrived.
It was actually Colin. You were the one who inspired me to about the chilies after one of our records. And
Really?
I was like, and I was like, how do you make a chili? And he was like, well, you just got to do this, bash, bush, 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 bush. And you told me the ingredients, and I've been making many chilies
there
since.
you go.
Those instructions sound like Ross explaining the rules of a board game.
Yeah. And it turns out bish, bash, and bosh were really important.
What it says on these Doritos things is it says iconic taste.
They are
That's
iconic.
what it says
They are.
on it.
Are they
I was
iconic?
wondering about whether you can have an iconic taste.
Are they allowed to say that yet? I mean,
I mean, they've been around for a while, haven't they?
yeah.
Do you think we're an iconic taste?
I would hope so.
I
mean, only Dangerlings can tell us
think we're an
whether
acquired
we're an
taste.
iconic taste.
Dangerlings, are we an iconic?
I tell you what, it reminded me of though is so we've been watching a lot of Godzilla in our house.
Okay.
And I don't know if any of you have been watching it. Godzilla Kong, fucking great actually.
Okay.
But my kids, because he's got so he's got that like nuclear breath, right?
He does.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
What would you call that nuclear breath?
I would call it nuclear breath.
Well, no, it's got
fire
a
breath,
special
isn't it?
name.
I call it
Lightning
Radioactive breath. I
It's
don't know.
almost.
Okay.
You're almost there.
Armageddon arthritis.
No.
What's that?
Halitosis.
Anyway.
Halitosis, that's
okay.
one, yeah.
So listen, they've got it wrong, and they call it iconic breath. That's what my kids have been calling it.
It is iconic.
But yeah,
not wrong.
it is. But I like the idea of iconic breath. But no, I can't remember the name of the actual bloody thing now, though.
Has this been what you're bringing to our final preamble, Drummond? You brought us a story
Yeah, I brought you a story about a thing because never
I
mind.
was hoping-
fucking.
Cole, can we cut
Dangerlings,
that?
I was
I
hoping
never
that-
cut anything.
No.
I was hoping that we would hear all of the hits on this, that we'd go back and have a lot of nostalgia, and I'm very glad that we've managed to have a story about a show Drum watched with his kids that has no ending.
Yeah, absolutely. And the key piece of information he can't remember.
I can't fucking hell, man.
Truly is cyclical.
Iconic. That is
Should we-
iconic drum.
Should we
Right there,
reminisce?
that is-
Should we reminisce
I
quietly
think
about?
we should reminisce.
I mean, it's quietly. Just sit and silently ponder our podcast.
Yeah, sit and
Next hour.
think for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
We have some old friends here. Managed to find a few in the box from old Danger Towers that we packed out. So we have our wonderful clay models of the Danger Games characters.
Yeah.
that Raver and
Well,
Nick made
not
for us
everyone.
from
I
last week.
don't. Well, no, that's mine.
Ross has got yours because we couldn't find Lyax, and I have no idea why.
Oh, it's probably because he was
dead.
too big for the box.
He was really
so you
good.
put him somewhere else.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
I
he
think
is
22
safe.
inch
We
pipe
definitely,
bombs, yeah.
we definitely did pack him very carefully. But
He's
I
in
think
my
he's
private
separate.
collection.
Yes.
Those
We've, of
big
course,
veins.
We have all of the drinks coasters that Stu sent us because we were banging our drinks so loudly through
Stu
records.
did send us those.
Send us those.
And we got the Pope.
We got the Pope.
Yeah, the old
Still
Pope.
joined by the Pope.
XXX Pope.
James as well. So.
Yeah. Oh yes. Well,
Pope's back.
Ratzinger. What's his name? Was that his name? Pope Ratzinger.
I'm starting to think that Pope Ratzinger's tenure on this podcast was longer than his actual time as
I think
Pope.
it was. I think
Right,
it was.
I
And
brought-
arguably more successful.
I brought some of my level up dice.
Nice. I got
my level up
I've got
dice.
my level up dice, and I've got some Blood Rager dice that I think Scott got me. Right,
Oh,
some like
sick.
little reds. There's a D4 there, and I got the original green D20 that I think Scott gave me in episode 5. He just arrived and went, "Look, I've got you a present." And that was the first D20 I ever owned.
That is superb.
That's a lovely story.
I have my
So
dice
Scott's with
bag.
this.
Who is this Scott of whom you speak? Yeah.
Well,
He's dead now.
Scott.
he's a mythical
Yeah.
A bringer of dice and then disappear. But
A mythical being who is now married. So congratulations.
yes, congratulations, Scott.
Yeah.
And,
well done.
Huzzah.
Very happy.
Atomic breath.
Atomic.
Atomic fucking breath. That's what it's called. It's called atomic breath.
Okay.
For fuck's sake.
Did you look it up?
See? Yes, I had to look it up. Fuck off.
Oh my god.
Atomic breath. They call it iconic breath. Fuck off.
I think iconic breath is better. Like I can imagine that as a Street Fighter move. Iconic breath.
I don't know what you expected from this Dangerling.
Do you think they inspired Atomic Kitten with the atomic breath?
I mean,
I think
don't know.
Godzilla was before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. They could
Godzilla,
yeah.
that way round.
They
quite
do
like it.
talk about it, Atomic
Do all of
Kitten, a lot.
Atomic Kitten
do.
have
About Godzilla.
iconic breath
I'd
or
like it if-
atomic breath?
If Godzilla had a special move called Atomic Kitten, that'd be
Yeah.
quite cool. He just
It would be, yeah,
pulls
yeah.
out a kitten or stages a little reunion of the band.
Most of their album, they're like a kind of those kind of proggy concept bands that just did like sort of albums about Lord of the Rings. All their album tracks are about nuking Tokyo.
Yeah.
Eating cop casts. This is really different. Very different thing. Cole, did you want to have a reminisce? What should we look back on? I've got a couple of bits. But
Go on, you go
hit
first,
it.
and I'll reminisce in a
Let's think
minute.
of when I get some nice little memories going. But I thought before we did it, because I've finished my I've listened now to every episode of the Danger Club podcast. You'd hope so. I was in them.
Apart from this one.
Apart from this one, which I might skip.
Wise.
But it means I now have the definitive final scores of the Danger Club Justifiable Homicide Tracker. We started this back during lockdown when we were doing Danger Recall, when we were looking back on old episodes as a way of kind of tracking, just having some stats on things. And I decided to keep it going so I could have
Just for a
colours
laugh.
and a pie chart and things on it. I thought we could have a few guesses at it. There are 9 people in the Danger Club Justifiable Homicide Tracker rankings. These are all people who were at some point members of the Danger Club party. So you had to have been a member of the party for, I'd say, multiple episodes, and you had to actually kill some enemies while you were on there. So there are 9 people logged. So like kind of sick wolf, like Uthgar isn't going to be on there because he's never adventured with the Danger Club.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at there. So there are 9 people. We're going to go through the ranking and see if you can guess them. I will help you out. There isn't actually a 9th place. There's a joint 8th place. One of the people in joint 8th place, right at the back, is Big Mike. 6 kills.
I was going to say,
Big Mike must be on there. Like,
she'll be down there. Right.
Given that April was not in that many episodes, it's
pretty good, though.
Shows
That's
her
pretty good.
place.
Yeah.
6 kills. So that's joint 8th place. Who is joint 8th place with Big Mike?
That's tough.
that is tough.
These are the tricky ones. The lower ranks are quite tough.
Because did you sneak someone in there who you always thought was part of the Danger Club? We said like, oh, why don't you be a part of the club? And they were there for like 3 weeks or whatever. It's
someone that inconsequential. Yeah.
I thought it would be. Yeah.
Is it someone from Sick Wolf?
There is a Sick Wolf link there. Yeah.
Is it Ed Johnson?
It is not Ed Johnson. Ed Johnson, I'm afraid, has no registered kills. He
didn't kill anyone. Yeah,
He did
all right.
damage, but he never landed a kill, and you had to
was too nice.
get the
He was a
kill
mouthpiece.
to get on the board.
All right.
It's a real big favourite. What are you going to say, Cole?
No, I don't know.
Not sure.
Is it Basco?
It's not Basco Mops. Basco Mops never a part of the. He was an enemy of the Danger
It was
Club.
an enemy.
Oh, wait. Is it? No.
You're gonna.
Atomic breath.
So this is.
This is going to be my entire. This is going to be the whole podcast when we go. Oh,
Philippe?
This is
Philippe's
Philippe's way
higher.
higher. He's got to be two, man.
So this is someone who had as much impact on saving the world as Big Mike did in like 4 episodes of appearances as part of the Danger Club, with a total of 6 kills in joint 8th place. It's Beelzebub Bixby the Third. Half of those kills were friendly fire. Were his own friends.
Yeah.
Cool.
Do it again.
Or his familiar. Then it starts to get a bit easier. So that's 7th place. We're going to start getting into more regular. Well, actually,
Bubba?
yeah. No,
MZ?
Bubba's up higher. Not MZ. You've said his name already.
Philippe.
It's Philippe.
It's Philippe.
Okay.
It's
Philippe, 14 kills. He comes in, which as an animal companion, not too bad.
Yeah, I mean,
I thought he was going to be higher.
really.
He soaked a lot of damage, didn't he?
Yeah,
like,
true.
he took the hits quite a lot.
Interestingly, if I credited all of Philippe's kills to Shania, which I probably should do, part of your character, it would have made no difference at all to your rankings. So I didn't. 6th place is MZ.
Yeah.
We'll throw him straight in there because
Rest
I
in
want to get onto the big one. So top 5.
So top 5, I'm going to say
I'd say Shania.
Bubbalicious is down the bottom.
We think Bubba's
Bubba's at number
Not
5.
sure.
One
I
for
think
Shania.
Shania, because she really got the killing blow.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And Bubba sort of slammed his old major missiles quite a lot.
I think Kevan wasn't.
He was never part.
He was
of
never
the
part of
Danger
that.
Club, was he?
got more kills than MZ without ever being in the climb. He would tell you he did. It would be a real
definitely.
Kevan thing. I'll tell you, it is between Shania and Bubba.
Right.
I think,
Interesting.
I think Bubba got
I reckon
more.
it might be Shania.
Oh,
I think Shania.
Out of our misery, Dan, who is
We'll
it?
split Dangerlings, yell it out at home. I'm going to tell you, it is Bubba Von Hoops.
Is it? Okay.
There
He's
you go.
just not in as many of those. If he'd been around in those early episodes,
Yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yes, she was quite.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
racks
slashy.
up quite a lot later on, does Bubs, with once
Yeah.
you start magic, because once you catch on to magic missile, the thing that's nearly dead down.
Yeah,
That
you
was a good
always
way to
did
hit with
that.
Yeah.
That was quite a good way of, that did quite well.
Oh, yeah, just with your magic cheaty missile.
Just go boom.
29 kills across the entire
Nice.
thing.
It's pretty decent. And MZ had
Do you remember them all?
16.
16. So let's combine that.
Yeah.
And then where do I go on the list?
You would overtake the person just ahead, because the person just ahead of you is only on 31.
That's Shania, right?
That is Shania Rain.
There we go.
Yeah.
It's pretty good for a pretty good.
Well,
for a healer.
I mean, Shania did have a period of, sort of trying to be less fatal.
Well, she gave
So,
up
you know,
violence at one point,
yeah.
didn't she? She gave up violence and then...
I mean,
didn't
she,
last
took,
long.
she took up violence again, but not in
Yeah,
quite
it
the
wasn't
same
super
sort of
successful.
Killed
spirited
some
way.
animals as well.
Yeah.
Okay, then, so we're on number 4, right?
that was so number 4 was Shania.
So
So
number
we're doing
3.
top 3.
3's Velda.
Three's Velda,
I
yeah.
think 3's Velda.
Sure.
3 is Velda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caragor.
How many did I get?
You got 51.
Nice.
Did I?
Wow.
51?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Then it's-
really starts racking up, and once you start once you start getting those
Yeah.
area effects,
Then it's Caragor, then it's Fulton.
then
Pretty sure
Caragor,
about that.
then it is Fulton.
Yeah.
Fulton
Yeah,
has,
Of course.
Fulton has nearly double Velda's kills.
Yeah.
Fulton is on 92 kills.
Caragor's on
Caragor's on 60.
60.
So it's a
60, that's
pretty even
good.
curve until you get to Fulton, and then Fulton's
Yeah.
right up.
What do I win?
Just
The
so
undying-
much judgment, because so many of those people wanted to be your friend.
Yeah.
I'm a serial killer. Yeah.
Yeah, if you count incidental deaths caused by, I mean, Fulton is in the thousands.
Yeah.
I mean, literally.
I won't make you. Won't make you guess these, but I can tell you that Fulton's first kill was a skulk called Rogie.
Yeah.
Caragor's was a gilded thug who probably had a name, but I can't remember. Velda's was also a gilded thug. Philippe's was a gilded rogue. M's was a dragon in inverted commas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
definitely.
Big Mike's
Oh,
was
yeah.
Sweaty David.
David.
And Beelzebub's was a sick wolf, which gave the name to the parties.
Who was Shania's?
Bubbers.
Shania's first kill, gosh, it's a gas burst zombie. Shania doesn't kill anyone until the Godsmith heresy. And
My God.
And then you finally found it was like a big zombie. It was when you had Rachel with you, and you found a big zombie that was like inflated with gas. It got stuck in a door, and Shania, I think, threw a dart at it and blew it up. That was actually the first time.
Bubba was a Drake.
God, wow.
Bubba was the Drake. Well,
Bubba
it
was
was
the Drake.
Well, whether it was a dragon or not, we'll leave up to you. You can go back and listen to that
Mate,
episode if you
I'm
like.
all about killing dragons.
yeah.
First, time with my characters. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Bring on the dragons.
All about killing them dragons. But yes, you've been
Dragon
through.
Slayer.
You've been through a whole lot, and you've
Killed.
killed a whole lot.
True river of blood.
Yes.
Don't
Good.
mess-
Well,
Don't
In
mess with
terms
the
of-
Danger Club. 30% of kills in this podcast were committed by Fulton Battlestone.
Yeah.
30% of all murders.
Well, that's a good thing to reminisce over.
Yeah, murder.
Stuff that matter. All the people that died.
I didn't go ahead and I was tempted to make a second shot of being like, well, if you take if Caragor didn't cross the finish line, if you take Caragor, if you like take everyone out and only have the 4 people who are there at the end, how do you do on percentages? I was like, I don't want to know how many people Fulton killed if that's like the percentage. It would be like 50%.
Yeah.
It'd be insane. There you go, some stats for you.
Favorite moments. Favorite moments.
Yes.
What is it?
Of like the whole
moments?
That is really hard.
Doesn't have to be in game. Can be out of game. If you like.
Do you know what? One of my favourite things that's happened, just generally over the podcast, is talking about the rain and like who's Lorraine.
That was fun.
There's been it's happened a number of occasions, and it just never gets old for me. I fucking love it. Yeah,
it's a good joke.
Yeah. I think
also Neil was great.
So it's a variant, isn't it, on that kind of same thing? But
I think we were all thinking it, but then when you said who's Neil, just the whole room exploded. It was so
I think that's
funny.
one of the best single jokes. That just in terms of the timing of it was
the timing was great. Yeah,
that's very good.
Like a lot of those jokes, it's whoever gets in there first, isn't it? Really, and you were just so hot on that. It was great.
I think it was always those moments where we're all laughing around the table. I remember very fondly Beelzebub when he went up to the palace to let us in. That was a lot of that was funny.
Do you know what? In fact, just talking of insane Ross rants, I think going into the like dwarven places and Ross making up bullshit about what dwarves get up to with the like holes and
light and the dark
honestly,
holes and the night holes.
the night holes and stuff. Like I think I remember like laughing so hard that I could I think my head was buzzing. I was like, I have to stop because I'm not breathing properly and I can't see, like, do you know what I mean? It's that level. So
the dwarven dishwasher. It was because it was against the backdrop of a proper
really
scary
moment.
bit.
Exactly. And then just Ross going, oh yeah, and we do that. You read that, just talking out your ass.
And then it was so iconic. That you had to make it canon, Dan. Like literally, we went dwarven. It was like, there's the night hall, and there's the D hall,
there's the dishwasher.
The dishwasher, What's that? There's a dishwasher.
Oh man.
I was reminiscing with some Dangerlings on the Discord about kind of those, about the improv eps, the eps that I get so much joy from is where I come up with the simplest thing and I just throw it out and you guys just bounce it around. And I all I have to do is kind of, so long as one person around the table is anchoring it in reality, which actually he doesn't get enough credit for this, is almost always Scott. Caragor was always the tired dad just trying to get the job done while everyone else was, which meant that kind of everyone else could ramp up the stupidness and the kind of the silliness, and I could constantly throw in even worse NPCs who are progressively less helpful. We've had 2 episodes in post offices.
Post office was great.
2 episodes in the
we've had 1 episode in a bureau de change.
I love the way we would throw ourselves with carefree abandon at the most mundane little quest. It's like, right, we should find a post office. All right, let's go find a rather than just be like, oh Dan, can we just skip past the post office? No, let's go and talk to the Minotaur who works in the post office, who's really depressed about his life.
I mean, but this is the thing. We know that that's where the fun is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're digging for fun, it's going to be found in the post office, probably not in the really tough quest that you're about to have to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Obviously, you want to do that as a player, you know what I mean? And there's positives to that. There's things that I love about that. But, you know, when we're looking for, like, the fun, like, laughter times, that's where you dig. You dig at the post office or at the Bureau de Change.
Or the Bureau de Change, because when we went out to... Oh, God, now I've done it. I've done a drum. Where's the? It's the sort of like
happens to us
the
all.
African continents inspired.
The Mwangi Expanse.
Mwangi Expanse, of course. I remember the Mwangi Expanse. Like, it wasn't my favourite quest, but I do remember some prime dicking about in those cities.
We got dinosaurs.
And we just proper danger clubbed around.
It took me. I think I could talk for ages about the how we did the Mwangi episodes, but it was very. I was very conscious that we were playing in a culture that wasn't ours to an extent, and it was like, how do we do this in a way that has because a lot of our humour when in the earlier episodes when we're in the north is basically you go somewhere, everyone's an idiot, it's shit, and you keep making comments about how it's shit, and they constantly frustrate you, and you have to just overcome that, and it's kind of, and then you take that to somewhere that's sort of an amalgamation of an actual real world culture that isn't our own. It becomes slightly different, and it took a few episodes to kind of figure out how to get that happening. And then once we got it, it was like, okay, the Danger Club are the idiots here. The bureaucracy is frustrating because that's something that's universal and that's everywhere. And so we don't have to sort of worry about that. And the fact that you're in the city that just isn't really doing anything about it. And there's this kind of almost carry-on thing of just so many evil groups trying to get this thing that you're all just caught in the middle of, and that's where we ended up with loads of just that's where Lorraine was. Lorraine was a goblin. A goblin called Lorraine, who it turned out to have information you needed, I think. And Dinosaur Train was one of my favourite episodes. Dinosaur Train.
There were some great times and some really great characters. I love the spider doctor lady.
Dr. Legs.
Dr. Legs. She was really cool. I was like, I don't imagine it. And I think you did really well done. Well done for that, because it's I want to say on a slightly sort of different tack, and again, sort of bigging up some of your setting up, I think, Dan, as well, is the chase across the rooftops with the invisible.
That was on my mind. Bubble was chasing the shard, we were chasing the shard down.
She was invisible, and she's from Scott's backstory, and it was a real sort of boss moment. We were trying to fucking get. It was like a big part of the story, and it was an exciting chase scene, and it was fucking. I loved playing it. I've loved listening to it. It's one of the few things I've listened to.
It was one of those. It was one of those moments that was like the opening for it. Absolutely had to run according to the rules, because I was doing a thing that you didn't know about, which was that she'd actually already escaped, and the person you were talking to, you thought was her, was someone who was tight, who had an illusion, I think, on them. They were wearing a mask. Of course, it was Master Living. They had a mask on, and they were gagged underneath it and had their hands tied. So you thought it was her, and it was just, and she was, I think, throwing her voice, or it was something. And it was like, I just need to keep Scott talking and make you not attack, because the moment you take the mask off, you know that it's on. And I need enough rounds for her to plausibly be far enough away that we can make this an exciting chase. Like if you immediately just shoot her, like there's a chance you might open the door and you would just immediately shoot her, and then you'll figure it out. And it's like, okay, now I've got to really fudge how far away she is when you start chasing her. But it came out lovely. And
I think because of the link with Scott, we couldn't. It would have been unlikely we'd do that, because we didn't want to take that moment away from him. And actually, in doing that, you played us, Dan. You played us. Scott had his moment. We were like, okay, right, let's finish this. Oh, she's gone. It's not her at all.
It's one of the things you really have to You really have to play non-tactically, especially when you're trying to do as a radio show for people to listen to. You really have to embrace the villain monologue, because the villain will start telling you their plan, and it's absolutely not the right thing to do to let them fit. Like, the right thing to do is to immediately open fire on them, because they're definitely,
of course,
they're definitely doing something, or there's something behind it. And
it's the Hollywood thing, isn't it? You just bland them with your biggest spells as soon as you walk in, because otherwise it's just like, oh wait, I explained your backstory. No, I'm just going to kill you.
But then at the end of it, you're like, well, we don't know why any of that adventure happened. So you kind of just have to let it happen. To go.
That's great. And speaking of letting it happen, one of my favourite memories as well was the heist in the stacks.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Do you know what? Because it actually, we spent with April, we had Big Mike, and also we spent a fair time sort of, again, messing about with the planning. It all seemed very, sort of pretty spurious. And then we pulled it off.
Yeah.
We actually pulled it off.
Yeah,
we had a plan and we pulled it off.
And we did We put the love potion in the guy's.
We put the love potion in the guy. We played as a band.
Now,
We sneaked about.
What was really fun about that? What was really funny about that, listening back, is the rehearsal to that. It's so unnecessary. We just try and get your man to drink a drink, and then he drinks it, and then he's like, okay, that's the end of that. And we're like, it's gonna work, guys. We rehearsed it.
Oh god,
that was so fucking funny. Like listening back to that, it was like, and why did we do it? But we just ran it through. It was great.
And you set up so many, like, you set up your own, you not only set up your own great plan that you then got to pull off, but you also seeded your own curveballs in it that were easy to throw. Like, Shania seduced a guard at some point to find, to, like, get information. And then later on, tried to seduce someone else, and the guard is like, who the fuck's that? And there's like people you already know at this party, and it was.
But then also, like, it was almost like that was the end of the season. Like, if you were watching TV, and then the next season was escaping the city. Do you see what I mean? It was like that was the Spider-Man Far From Home to the Infinity War. You know, it was like the extra bit at the end. Trying to escape the city was quite cool as well. Like, those episodes are really, really good.
Well, I think for me, it was because when we escaped from the city and then we were sat in the cave outside and it started raining and we're like, what are we going to do now? That was very much end of season cliffhanger. What are they going to do now? Because they had the big battle, and it's the oh God, I've forgotten his name now. Mr.
Gooden,
Uncle Gooden, that's it.
Gooden
and then obviously that was the next step of the journey. But that was a really cool, because we fell down the big well and swam out, jumping on it. It was just
it was crazy.
That was the real setup of the Danger Club for me. That was the real sort of start of, because my intention had always been the idea of, because I'm a big fan of a comic book series called Secret Six, and I think that was always in my head when I came up with, when I wanted to do Danger Club, and it's a great comic. It's very similar to the Suicide Squad. It's a kind of spin-off like that by Gail Simone. It's about a group of supervillains who get hold of a power that is incredibly valuable. I think it's a free ticket to heaven. So all of their sins will get forgiven and they get to go to heaven. And they have this, and then everyone finds out they have this. And so everyone, heroes and villains, want to kill them. They all kind of want it amongst themselves, but they also know that even if they give it away, no one would ever believe they've given it away. So now they're just on the run forever, just trying to say. I was like, I wanted the band on the run, and so I was just like, if we can set this up, you've pissed off this crime boss. You're never safe wherever you are. Any city you stay in, at some point, someone's going to try and kill you. And that was kind of the beginning of where we sort of got to that. And in the end, I sort of felt like it needed a bit more, and so the shards thing came in as a bit more of a motivation to go, because the trouble is, when you're on the run, there's not as much motivation to go places. It's kind of like hide and you bunker down as much. So I needed a reason to say, please go to this city that our listeners have voted that you're going to go to.
No, I think you always need a MacGuffin. Like,
you need something.
What are you chasing? What are you doing? You've got to get the talisman together. There's always a MacGuffin, isn't there? You know. It's really cool.
A lot of everyone. How does everyone feel about sort of the journey that their individual characters have been on throughout it? Because there's been a lot of changes. Some characters have changed a lot along the way. Some characters not so much. I feel like Bubba's gone through a real journey from being
loads of stuff.
Like he was really kind of quite childlike at the start. And really kind of, he's like fresh out of school. And we've really seen him like grow up along with everyone and get a real darkness to him at times.
And also like not grow up, because he's got quite sort of what's the word? Not petty, but you know what I mean. Like, it's a little competitions and contests, and he's got a lot of stuff going on there.
Yeah, it's weird. I wanted him to be. I think originally I wanted him to be like that. You know, that young person who has got like an older soul. Like, they have a lot of like, they're obviously young because they're so they're so, immature, and they're so like all over the place and just hopping around and have so much energy. But at the same time, they have a lot of knowledge. Do you see what I mean? And I think I did kind of touch upon that, and he had a little bit of knowledge here and there where everyone was like, oh yeah, cool, okay, maybe he is an adult for his age or whatever. But the journey that he's definitely gone on is from being that to he's grown up and he's realised that the world isn't what he thought it could be. Do you see what I mean?
He was all about that positivity.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the early days, wasn't he? And yeah, like he's seen some shit now, right?
Yeah.
And like, and I think you can feel that in him. Do you know what
absolutely,
I mean? Definitely.
Yeah, and I think also so the having to embrace, or rather coming to terms with change. Yeah, he's very much like old characters from his background, and he met up with his old songwriter, and he walked away, and just seeing how the world's moved on and changed, and it's like, it's like
Matt Smith as Doctor Who. Do you know what I mean? Like his Doctor is like a child, isn't he? And if you're a Doctor Who fan, but he never really has to deal with the stuff that, when you look into the Doctor's story, all the really deep stuff that he did until the 50th anniversary, where he meets his younger self and his older self or whatever. And it's kind of that sort of story, isn't it? The sort of like, I'm just a child. Oh, actually, I've got loads of stuff I should actually face.
Yeah, you're making me want to turn this into a thing where we see Bubba's older self and his younger self.
Oh my God.
And the younger self is just an egg with the legs sticking out.
Just bumping into stuff.
Yeah.
I know you.
We're grateful for.
I'm 13 months.
Fuck off.
Oh my God. What about anyone else? Does anyone feel like they went on a journey?
Fulton's had a weird one, hasn't he?
Yeah,
he was like proper...
That's another loss of innocence. Like, he was a bit more... I mean, you did like to get your dick out even the first episode, but there was sort of a youthful immaturity and but kind of like playfulness, and he's definitely gone a bit.
I mean,
I feel like he's gone back to that, though.
I think he has, but a twisted version of it.
A weird, like... Because there was,
there
was the original Fulton that we sort of met, who was sort of trigger-happy, smiley, just didn't really give a fuck. And then there was the post-MZ version where he got a bit serious for a while. You know what I mean? It didn't last super long, but
then his brother died.
And then his brother died, and then I mean, like, fucking hell, there was the eye gouging incident, right? And I think
and then he gave up his crowns. He
gave up his crowns.
I feel with
Although it should be said, he at no way stopped pursuing more crowns once he gave up those crowns.
Well, that's what I mean. It kind of came back around and
cyclical.
I think Fulton. I think Fulton as well. He's someone who has firmly rejected change. You're trying to be the same Fulton you were in the beginning, despite all the horrible grimness and stuff you've had to deal with. And rather than dealing with it, you've just been like, I'm going to keep being Fulton. And it's turned into this weird, like, eye gouging, to father stabbing, weird. Like, it's just all that energy and that repression's like shooting out in weird directions. And it's like,
I forgot I stabbed the love of my life with father-in-law.
Father-in-law, just cold-blooded murdered him on a doorstep. Wow. That's some repressed stuff going on there.
I think it's just me. I started off in this beginning of this podcast so happy, and then gradually life sucked.
Two things I love about that story, about the Fulton marriage story arc of Fulton meeting his love, nearly getting married. One was that I literally wrote the words "jam jam catfishes Fulton," and I was just like, that's a cliffhanger. Let's throw that in, see where that goes. I was like, I'm really struggling for content. I can't run the thing I want to run. Jam Jam pretended to be Fulton on a dating site. Okay, there's our gag for the week. Let's see how far it goes. It went for like 5 episodes.
Yeah,
the dating boys as well. So I had to
dating boards. Yeah,
that was really good. Pinning notes,
literal message boards. I love
blood pouring down there. Anyway,
the thing I love incredibly about it is that Shania missed the entire thing because she was in a restaurant. She was in
the immersive restaurant.
Oh, the immersive restaurant.
I remember any of this, man.
Yeah,
I wasn't fucking there.
Which we then played out the entire week of like cutscenes in the immersive restaurant in a sequence which is, I think, our rudest secret. I think there are the most swear words in that section. Anything.
That was definitely some venting from all of us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Immersive because we did ask quite a few running gags. Immersive restaurants, the cuddly bench, vending machines. Obviously, that came up. Pocket meat.
Cuddly bench.
Continuous.
That was a good scene.
Scruffy and Fleabag, the cats that we got
was
from
good as
that
well.
weird cat man.
I mean, the whole cat. You want the good stuff, and then having cats. And
The cat, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I still think that's the best sound clip I found was of the cats. Like, imagining this guy opening up a long coat and there's loads of cats like, meow, meow. There's a sick, horrible cats.
Do you know what I loved?
That is fucking hilarious.
I did love the first adventure where we were just bimbling about as level ones. You know, I've got a lot of fondness for Murder's Mark because, again, speaking of sort of innocence and things like that, we just started and it was all exciting and there's no way to plot. We're finding our feet and we're just clustered around Colin's table. I remember actually out the podcast walking back to the station and babbling away with you all and excitedly about like what we're doing, and we're talking about swords and the 9-ring broadsword and how that work and all that kind of stuff. And it was good days.
It was a good adventure, a good one to start us, and hopefully this will be a good one to finish us. I think we've talked enough, gentlemen. I think it's time to tell a story.
Let's do that.
I think it's time to bring this one home. So we're going to pick up where we left off, pretty much where we left off last week. You had, with the help of the amazing Sneak, well done, Sneak.
Thank you, Sneak.
Sneak.
Big up.
Sneak.
You had found the name, well, you had found the location of the person who set you up, the person who sent the cursed Harrow doll to the wedding that dragged you into the Harrowed realm and trapped you there for what felt like 5 years, but was actually a few minutes in game time and 1 year in real time. Felt like a long old time. You were trapped in there, and somebody did that to you, and you've tracked down who it was. They say, apparently, that they work out of an old temple of Yomadai down in the Underbridge district, in the real seedy end of town, a real run-down part of town. And they say that if you're going after them, you want to be careful because whoever it is dangerous. You were told by by Cass, the big mummy, that they were a crime boss. That whoever it was someone that even they were a little scared of. And so we're going to pick up with the Danger Club, Velda, Fulton, Bubba, Shania, Philippe, making our way into the neighbourhood of Underbridge. Underbridge is underneath the Irrispans. The Irrispan is that great big bridge that rises up out of Magnamar, comes off the side of the cliff, and then just goes off into the ocean, and wherever it went is long since gone. And in the shadow of that bridge, under the bridge, downtown, where maybe you're going to draw some blood, this is where the people who are forgotten live. It's a real run-down part of town, shanty town. It's where deals get done. It's where nefarious decisions are made. And you've made your way down some streets that they're not even paved. It's just mud squelching under your feet as you get around a corner and you see a run-down little stone temple with a symbol of a sword hanging over the entryway. We'll pick up with all of you there. What would you like to do? There are some people filing out. It looks like a service has just
what time of day is it?
It is. So you spent the whole day. It's probably the evening now.
Okay.
It's like the sun is just about setting. It's always kind of dark down in Underbridge, but the sun is just coming down.
So, just before we go in here, is this somebody that we let live years and years ago?
Well, there aren't many of them, are there?
Well, yeah, not when I'm around.
So, is this
Who's
the right
got
place?
2 thumbs and no nemesis?
Is that the symbol of Yomadai?
That's the Yomadai symbol, yeah.
Do we know anyone from Yomadai?
100%.
Who?
No, MZ.
Oh.
We did. You did. I didn't.
That's an incredible memory you've got of a character you never met there, Bubba.
You seem to know a lot about this guy.
Yes.
What the fuck?
I don't know. You tell me about it. I just remember it. You fuckers don't remember anything about him. I thought the whole club was going to be about MZ.
Well, he lives in an X.
Sorry, this is Colin's voice. I'm sorry. No, it's Yomadai, definitely. Let's go in and like.
Okay, yeah.
Remind me. Can I do a knowledge religion?
Knowledge religion, yeah. I can tell you a little
religion.
bit about Yomadai if you want some religion.
I can tell you everything about Yomadai.
Yeah, do you want to tell me? Tell me about Yomadai, Bubba.
I don't remember. To be honest.
Don't tell me about
Cash in
Yomadai, Bubba.
checks Yomadai. Can't cash.
Right.
I mean, I called him Iamadi for a long time, so.
Yeah, Iamadi.
Look, I've heard it pronounced both ways. Don't.
We did, but I want to tell you, we are far from the only Pathfinder podcast who can't pronounce Yomadai. It's a thing. No one can pronounce Yomadai.
That's good to know.
Yeah, it's not all on us.
Yomadai, they like to be the first in the battle, and the last to leave, just like Will Smith, if I remember. And that has a new meaning nowadays, doesn't it? You know, because back in the day that just meant the first one in the club, last one to leave. Now it's the first one to slap people. I mean, it's not topical anymore, is it? Really, that the Oscars
the old
from like
slappy
2 years ago.
What if?
Oh yeah.
What if someone from
Slaps us.
MZ's past is angry that he died all those years ago?
I mean, I think that was a storyline we were going to explore, but we're on the last episode, so maybe not anymore. To be honest,
Oh, we can do that in the post.
she might just be a silver old haired lady and just
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's. No.
She was going to be a witch and kill everyone. But
If anyone's playing
Atomic
the
breath?
Drum Trails Off drinking game, that's another shot for you.
But anyway, let's go. What are we looking for? What's his name again?
You weren't told a name.
Oh,
No,
weren't told.
we have no idea who the
We
fuck
weren't
this
told a
person
name.
is.
Just someone from the Yomadai. So it might be
Well,
MCs.
just a person,
Family.
very dangerous person, persons that stuck us in the realm.
Didn't he have a brother?
Huh?
Did he have a brother?
Who fuck? We don't know. We don't know fucking anything about this
MZ?
fucker.
Yeah. Oh yes.
Did you have a brother? I can't remember.
No, you had a brother.
Oh, yeah.
Paul starts crying.
Listen, his thumbs. Couches his own eyes.
Do you want to know about Yomadai? Is that what you're talking about? Who are you talking about Yomadai?
Yeah, well, Velda's looking up in a book about Yomadai.
I sort of abandoned that because people started telling about Yomadai. All right, let's do a knowledge. I'm going to do a knowledge religion.
Crouch
check.
behind him and get someone to push him. Do you remember when we used to do that?
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it again.
Good times, man.
Times have changed, Axe Boy.
Wait, how can he hear me?
We all could hear you the whole entire time.
Shania?
Hi, how's it going?
What the fuck?
Oh my lordy! Well, I don't know why I did a knowledge religion check because I've only got +2 in religion, but I got a natural 20.
Hey!
So it looks like I
Last
read
one of the whole game.
Lucky I read that leaflet about Jehovah's Witnesses, wasn't it? That's very good.
Oh my gosh! Yes, Yomadai is a deity, youngest of the prominent deities of the Inner Sea. So was a mortal, born in Cheliax. They represent fighting for justice. Their edicts to be temperate, fight for justice in honor, to hold valor in your heart. They're all kind of knightly paragon kind of stuff.
Exactly what I said. Yeah.
Their symbol is indeed the is they are described as being like Will Smith.
Well, a bit snappy.
Yeah, there's a whole thing here about Chris Rock that's just you know.
Yeah, just have valor in your heart as you slap people. That's really
Yeah.
They're the anathema. I can tell you, their anathema is to abandon a companion in need, dishonor yourself, or refuse a challenge. So it's real kind of real noble. That was what MZ stood for.
He did. Oh, although he wasn't religious, was he? He'd moved on.
He was lapsed.
He thought that he found out it was
the first challenge. He was like, "Nah, fuck that."
yeah. No, I've given up challenges.
I've got a what? Nah.
All right, well, let's go in, shall we?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds to me like from what you just told us,
yes,
that we got nothing to fear from this guy. Is like pretty noble, so it's probably not going to try and fuck us over.
Unless we challenge him.
Well, let's not fucking do that. Sounds
I might do
dangerous.
that. I might challenge him.
Okay, let's.
Well,
before we go in,
is it? Do we know it's a male or?
Well, we don't know.
We don't know anything about them, do we? So it could be anybody.
All right.
Okay, maybe
Bubba
you're
goes
right.
Bubba goes up to the door and opens it up.
Be ready at all times.
Okay.
I was born ready.
the last few people go, oh, cut back to the egg. I'm Ronald! Fucking have you.
Fucking have you.
It was way more violent as an egg.
You fucking pricks! Come on, then.
Just picturing this egg like hanging around bus stations in Whitstable, like, fuck off.
Just kicking people in the shins. Yeah. Stealing chips.
Fighting a seagull.
Yeah.
Come on, have it.
Come on in.
You you go to the door. The last few people have moved away, and the door is closed. You push the door open, and it kind of creaks open. The temple is in a state of disarray. The pews look like they've not been cleaned in a long time, and there are holes in the tiles on the roofs.
Does that last group of people except for in here? Does they just have like a party or something? What the fuck's going on?
Hello.
Is this how they usually religion?
Wait, wasn't it? A congregation just came out.
Yes.
Oh right. So people still use the
Yes,
temple.
they do.
But it's just a bit knackered.
They have left.
They could have dusted the pew.
I mean, but maybe that's how they do their religion. Like they all sit down in the pew, take a shit, don't clean it up, throw it over.
Maybe it's that someone has to challenge someone to do the cleaning up. So
Yeah, maybe.
I challenge you to dust.
Yeah.
And they just haven't done it for a while.
There's a noise from the back, from kind of over by the pulpit, as if there's somebody back there. You hear someone kind of moving around.
Hello.
Why do you always shout hello? Why can't we just walk over to them and talk to them like normal people?
There's a clanking of armor, and then striding around the pulpit is a man about 40 years old with greying hair, wearing silver plate armor with a symbol of Yomadai on the chest, and has a cloak. He has in his hand a long sword, which he appears to have just drawn. He steps forward towards all of you. And he says, "Congregation is over."
Hello.
Hello. Yes.
We're not here to congregate. We're here to gesticulate.
We require some information from you good Sir Priest of Yomadai.
Yeah, we think that you did some...
No, we didn't. No. We just want to ask some nice questions of you, good Sir Knight.
Take a seat.
And with Valor in our hands.
Yes, we challenge you to have a conversation with us.
Okay.
I have a friend who's part of Yomadai.
He lives in an axe.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead now.
Yes.
He lives in my axe and talks to me.
Sometimes I just take a step back at just how insane you guys sound. Stepping in to talk to someone.
That's the first thing you say to them.
My axe talks to me.
He tells me to chop things.
So, what is your name?
My name, you know what?
From Ravushka and Nikolai.
Hey, there is one more from Ravushka and Nikolai. Should we do that?
Let's do it.
There's some from others.
Let's do it, yeah.
There is one more from Ravushka and Nikolai, so let's give you that one, since you gave us such a good episode in the last one.
Yeah,
this name comes
terrific.
from Ravushka and Nikolai. My name is Reverend Sybil Hanks.
Well, Sybil
Hello,
Hanks.
Sybil Hanks.
Which, if you care, is a callback to our Christmas special where we played "My Name Is Inigo Montoya Jr."
Oh,
Right,
wow.
so
like 5 years ago.
Love that.
And Ross tried to kill everyone as Tom Hanks's brother Sybil.
Deep,
Oh, yeah.
deep cut. Deep cut.
The deepest of cuts.
Yeah.
The last cut is the deepest.
Yeah.
As it seems. I am Reverend Sybil Hanks of the Church of Yomadai.
Oh, we know your brother.
You... Everyone does.
Yes.
Prepare to die.
He's sweetheart. You are trespassing on holy ground now.
All right.
You left the door open, and it's a bit dusty ground, isn't it?
And we've got someone with Yomadai with us, so
Why are we
meet-
trespassing? I don't understand.
Because congregation's over this, so he needs his private time.
He takes a step forward, and you become aware of... Hey, you know what? Roll dice for it. Give me perception checks.
All right.
Perception.
All right. Fucking...
I haven't even got my sheet.
We're going to play the game on.
Fucking hell.
Oh,
Sort of coast through the last episode. With
18. 18 is my roll.
I'm not going to tell you for an 18, Cole.
All right.
I'm telling you for that. You should have done better.
Yeah, to be fair, I've actually just rolled a 3, so that's 17.
26.
26.
Well, my data is updating.
Right, okay. And
roll this, man.
Shania's eyes are just like full of code.
Oh, you need to, of course. Yeah.
Why is there an hourglass hanging above her?
Shania starts buffering.
Why is that wheel of death above her head?
Fortunately, it's plenty. You become aware there's another person. Bless you, James.
Sorry, I was trying to do that very quietly, because you can't play this quietly.
With a mic in front of you, yeah, it's
I know.
impossible.
I went to
Got a
the
natural
side.
one.
310 episodes.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
All
got
right, Velvet sneezes in your face, and Fulton, fortunately, you notice that there is another person behind, a smaller-looking person wearing robes is kind of looking out from behind the pulpit.
Yoda.
And then, not like a child.
The ultimate crossover.
Regular human, not wearing armor. I should clarify. Adult human height. The person comes out from behind the shadows and puts a hand on Sybil Hanks's arm, and you realise that it's a human woman. She's wearing priest's robes, with the hood pulled up, and she said, It's all right, Reverend. I'm expecting them.
Hello.
And, yes, they do this. Hello. And he looks at you all suspiciously, and then hands her the sword, and then nods, says, "I'll be in the back if you need me," and goes out the back.
What are you gonna do?
The woman.
Bye, Sybil.
I was going to make a roll, but I wouldn't know something, so I'm not going to.
What Sybil Hanks is likely to do in the back?
No, just yeah, right.
On today's episode, what does Sybil Hanks do in the back?
Yeah, I have to leave it because Bubble wouldn't know this.
Tom Hanks in the front, Sybil Hanks in the back.
It was quite the best.
Now that sounds like a party.
Yeah.
So, listen, who are you?
The woman pulls her hood back, and you see it is an old human woman. So she's in at least in her 60s. She has grey hair, still kind of long, but sort of runs down. But as a bit of her sleeve pulls back, you catch a sight of some of her arm. You can see that it's taut with muscle, even though she's old. This woman is made of leather and iron, like just a woman who has fought in her life. And she looks at you, and there is something familiar about her.
Oh.
She looks at you for a moment, and then she looks at the sword. Goes, "I wouldn't be afraid." She takes the sword and just slams it flat of the blade on one of the pews, and it shatters. The blade just shatters into pieces. Cursed by Yomadai. No steel that we bring in here holds. She throws it on the floor. So I hope if you're intending to kill me that you brought your own knife.
Well,
I've got a clan dagger.
So yeah.
Why would we?
Why would you already pulling out?
Why would
Imagine Miss on. I'm joking.
Yes, well, what is your name?
Were you the person that gave us the put us in that thing?
I am.
I mean,
there we go.
That is quite frustrating.
Okay.
I cast Chromatic Ray.
So, we just want to know why.
Yeah, who are you? You look familiar, but
who are you?
You look strangely familiar in a butch, old sort of way.
I don't know if it's you that was familiar or something. I don't know. Just who are you?
My name is Gem Z.
Ooh.
What?
you're the brother.
You sound like some sort of backstory.
One of those backstories.
Yes, yes. Because we used to have a friend called MZ. Wait.
My best friend. You're named after my best friend.
What? He's still your best friend.
Fulton.
Yeah?
That's my mother.
What?
That's my mother.
What's the axe saying?
It's my mother. What?
He said it's
his booba.
It's his mother.
Oh.
I'm still picturing Fulton as like clan dagger half drawn.
Yeah. Just like one ear to the axe and
you're MC's mother.
Sure, pick a new pronunciation. Now.
Yeah, Not MC's mama?
Gemsy.
Well,
he runs over to...
He was a great friend of ours.
He runs over towards you and hugs... Gemsy.
Hugs Gemsy. She doesn't she is surprised by this. She doesn't expect... She flinches for a moment as if she's expecting a strike, and then she kind of looks down and says, I wasn't expecting that.
Well, you're my best...
Few people expect Paul to say that much. He still surprises me.
I mean, if I'm being honest, I was definitely not expecting our friend's mother to stick us in the weird realm. I mean, what's fuck?
Why? Why?
I assume you're annoyed that we killed your son.
We didn't fucking kill.
We didn't kill his son. Rust did, in the form of a junk golem.
Actually, it was Dan Thompson.
Well,
he made the junk golem.
Oh my God,
he has admitted that. He has admitted it. Yeah.
Where in the metaverse is Dan Thompson for his heinous crimes?
Standing over the top of us.
Tetanus Thompson, that's right. Yeah.
It's true, I do sometimes blame the unbalanced nature of the critical hit deck.
Now listen,
Triple damage.
I didn't know your son, right? I had no affinity with him whatsoever.
Well, then fuck off. Sorry.
But I've heard a lot about him, and apparently he was a nice bloke. He was a nice lad. So I'm still a bit annoyed that you put us in that world realm, that place, that vending machine. Caragor was right. That's what's written on the graffiti outside. Caragor was right. Vending machines are bad. It's all over the place out there.
Wait, I've got a question. Were we the intended victims of that device? Because I feel that we sort of blundered in there.
To an extent.
Oh. Were you trying to kill us?
I knew that one of that couple would fall into it, or both, and that they wouldn't come back out. If it caught you as well, then that was just a bonus. But I knew if I could have killed the boy or the girl, it would have been as good as killing all of you.
Why did you want to kill them?
Because I raised that boy to be smarter than you made him. You don't know how hard life was here. You don't know the things that we've done. We're not good people, Disease. But I knew he had better in him. And I raised him not to trust people. I raised him to look out for himself. My happiest day was the day he ran away from home here. Stuck out on his own. I thought he might finally have a chance. And then he met all of you. And he turned into the sort of person that puts himself in danger for other people. If he hadn't met you people, he'd still be alive. My son would still be out there. He was destined for great things with my MZ, and you cut it short for nothing.
He died a hero. We were on quests. We were trying to make good things happen in the world. The reason that he trusted us is because we were his friends. And he realized what friendship is worth. If you cannot see that, then you are very blind, old lady.
I mean, we were on the run.
Shut up.
We just got murdered somebody in their home.
My argument.
I'm just saying, just for the sake of accuracy and historical record, we literally.
That's not how I remember it. So
I've heard this story a million times from all of these lot. Right?
Have you?
Yeah, you tell me all the time.
It's the most implausible bit is the idea that the others would have told Bubba about MZ.
In any moment, in any moment, in Bubba's mind, he imagines the fact that any sort of journey we've been on where we skip over, someone just goes, I remember MZ. I remember him.
I think it's the nightly MZ remembrance.
And so I think everyone in the group has told their version of the MZ story and how it happened and the guilt that they suffered, I think. To be real about it, I think that is definitely something that's happened to Bubba from all of you, I think, in the story.
I agree.
I don't want to retroactively put things in your mouth, but I think that is definitely something that could happen.
The number of tangents and how different every one of those stories.
Yeah, absolutely.
He probably only dies in about half of those stories. The other ones just get distracted by
that's exactly what he's about to kind of say. I've heard this story every which way from every member of this group, and they've told it so many times from every different angle, but one thing always remains, and that is that he stepped in front of everyone else to save them. Name Fulton, really. Like, and Fulton's got over that guilt now, haven't you?
Yeah.
But he stepped to save his friends. And if he didn't learn that from you, I don't know. If I was his mother, I'd be proud. I'd be proud.
Look,
Yeah.
we were coming to find you. I was coming to find you to rest your son's soul. His soul with you. He's in my axe. I don't know how it happened, but his soul is in my axe. And I can tell...
Where?
This boy's soul
is in my axe.
This boy's soul is in your... boy's soul is in your axe.
Is in my axe.
This boy's soul is his axe.
He's been there for years in his ass.
And
if you want this boy's soul,
you'll have to go deep
into my axe.
Oh, such a tender moment.
Have you ever been inside my ass?
It's actually, you'll leave feeling unclean.
This boy's soul.
You'll feel dirty at the end of this quest. No! We'll make this friends. We're friends with your son.
If you want to save our souls.
We like him so much, we put him in his ass.
I wanted to keep him there, nice and warm in my ass.
Does he like it there?
Yeah. He's got a big house in my ass.
I've heard it's quite cavernous.
The best place for a boy's hole is in his axe.
So yeah, we were tight.
Terrible. Warm. Cozy.
Safe. Inviting. She looks at you as if you're not what she was expecting. I did warn you. And she looks puzzled and looks down at your axe.
I can talk to you through it if you want. I'll tell you what he's saying.
She reaches out and puts her hand on
the axe.
On the axe.
There.
Thank you. She puts her hand there for a moment and just holds it and says, "He is.
Aye.
I can feel him." No.
I can feel his soul.
MZ.
His soul.
M.
Yes.
What do you want me to tell your mum? She's here. She's angry at us.
And you can sense her. You can't speak directly to her, but there's just a connection there. You know she's there.
She's angry at us. She thinks we got you killed, and she got us into that. You know that weird place we were for ages. We were in there because she put us there. She inadvertently put us there because she was actually going to go for Iker and Thingy-a-majig.
Tell her I said, kill them all. Imagine that. Like MZ's mum just kills all of them. That'd be sick. No, that's a what if episode. Tell her that I wouldn't have saved you had I not learned from her. That mother and father, I know all their faults, but I am and was who I was because of them. Say that.
It does that thing in that film where he like relays it, but then it just like kind of looks as if you're just talking.
Oh,
that's kind of cool. Yeah, nice.
Very nice. Good way to avoid the Fultonness of a tender moment.
Well, yeah, no, I thought
he says, "Hello, mummy."
And for the first time, you see some real emotion cross her face, and just tears appear in her eyes, and she just looks down at you and then hugs you back and says, "Thank you, Thank you for bringing him home. There's something you should see. She leads you through the door in the back, out the back of the church, to where there is just a small garden. It's not like a cemetery. It's a small garden, and there's a single tree growing in the back of it, and underneath it there is an unmarked grey stone underneath the tree. She says, "Thank you for bringing him home a second time." And she just gestures to where the grave is.
Wait. Fulton.
Aye?
I think it's time I rested. Will you put me to rest?
Really?
Dan.
Yes.
Could I, because I haven't got my MZ ghost sheet.
Okay.
Could I possibly, and now I don't want to steal the limelight as well. There's two things I want to say. One, I don't want to steal the limelight because this is Ross's idea. I don't want to steal this because I know that Ross messaged me a long time ago and said that I think when we get back that he wanted to put MZ to rest. Am I right in saying that? So I didn't want to steal that moment from you. I just want to make sure that was kind of a combination of an idea. So we'll carry on that scene in a moment. Would you afford me a little bit of kind of, what would you call it, like a license?
You want to cast Phantasmal Killer on your mum?
Can the axe just move and chop everyone's heads off? Can you know the symbol on the axe?
Yeah.
Which is of, remind me, it's the Hungermonger.
That was it. Yes, it was a symbol of a Hungermonger.
Symbol of the Hungermonger. If you hold the axe up against his mother's arm, could it kind of become sort of like a tattoo on her? Can we transfer that in a very warm fashion?
I tell you what,
you want to brand your mum.
That's a nice idea. Go through how you want to lay him to rest, and we'll build that in.
Okay, cool. That's nice. Thank you, because it's just an idea that popped in. I thought that'd be
what's Fulton's plan?
So should we carry on that conversation?
Well, what am I going to do without you, though, MZ? You've always been there, like, to talk to teach me all the things that I've done in the past and all the people I've hurt. You were always there to talk to me about how I could be better, how I can go back to being the fun Fulton that I was when I was getting my dick out in front of people I've only just met.
Hey, Fulton.
Iconic.
I keep trying, but it's so hard.
Can anybody else hear me? No one can hear me but you, right?
No.
So am I real?
You're real to me. You're like the brother. You're like. He's.
But what I'm saying is, if only you can hear me, then you'll always hear me. I'll always be there. My voice is always with you.
Yeah.
And so, you are you, and you taught me everything it is to be me. I wouldn't be where I am today without you because, I died, but I honestly wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have had the life that I had. I wouldn't have had these millennia in this axe and been with you all this time. But even if I'm gone, I'm still there. I'm still with you. And you will always be fun, Fulton. You can get your dick out whenever you want.
A ghost said I could.
Timeless.
But yeah, do get consent.
Yeah.
But with that in mind,
How do you?
I love you, and I always will.
I love you too. You're the best friend I've ever had.
Shade.
I know, because all we can hear is Fulton's side of this. So he's just like, I love you.
You're the best friend I've ever had. Side-eyes everyone else.
Literally lost out to a fucking axe. I mean, come on.
You're the best friend I could ever have. And these years, these have been a gift. Because everyone else, when they die, we don't get to talk to them. We don't get to do this. And we had so much time. And that was beautiful. Thank you, my funny, strong, amazing, beautiful friend.
Thank you. Now, how do you want me to put you to rest? Just leave my axe here, or
put it in the mud?
Well, I think I need to leave. And to do that, the symbol on the side of your axe, if you press that up against,
you can feel like a pull coming from the grave. Like,
yeah,
like it's almost like another door, another appropriate for one of your other characters, like another door that you is there in your afterlife condo.
I think you need to do something with the symbol. You need to hold it against you or someone I love, and then I'll go, and I'll be gone.
No, you won't be gone. Like you said, you'll always be here. Let me try something.
Okay.
Fulton gets his axe and looks at his mum and goes, "Would you mind if I pressed my axe upon you?"
I want to leave my mark.
I have an idea.
Yes. Go ahead. If it'll help the boy rest.
Okay, MZ, I'm ready. Are you?
Yes. I'll always be here. Thank you.
Say goodbye to your neighbours as well.
Hey, MZ, I've still got those beers in. Are we still playing Yahtzee tonight?
Yeah, I'll be over. Give me a couple of millennia. I'll be over. Yeah.
Hurry up.
All right, sorry.
Yeah, I don't want that to be the last thing that I hear.
Yeah. Sorry. No, seriously. Yes.
Can you give me a nigh?
Oh, yeah. See you later, brother. Nay! And he presses the axe onto.
You press the blade of the axe into MZ's mother and
tears her into.
It's what he wanted.
He said he wanted it today.
And she holds her hand up, and she holds the axe up and presses her hand against it. And the runes on the axe glow for a moment. The Hungermonger rune especially, as the light seems to move into that one, and then it rises up off the axe. This glowing thing swirls around her hand, swirls down around the grave, but it doesn't stop at the grave. It shoots up into the sky. For a moment there's a burst, and the whole garden seems to fill with a blue light, and then it just dissipates. You can just see a few winking stars. Gemzy looks down, and the tattered necklace around her neck that has a broken symbol of Yomadai on it, along with it now is a symbol of a Hungermonger around her. She's wearing around her neck. She puts her hand on it and says, "Why? I didn't deserve any of this. I didn't deserve this kindness."
Well, everyone likes fireworks, you know.
We have to forgive, and we have to forget. It's the way we move on. We can't let us be blinded by rage and jealousy and revenge. Otherwise, we're no better than the people we kill. And I've killed a lot. Over 50.
We've got a sheet. Like a tally chart on this piece of slate here.
91.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Even named him.
The hell is Beelzebub? Kill that many people. Disappointing.
Yeah,
We don't blame you for how you reacted to your son's death.
And there's no way that we would want to hurt our friend's mother. That's crazy.
And, you know, we were only in that thing for like ages. And
It felt like forever.
and Carragor's gone.
Yes,
And that's not because of you, though.
Killed one of the party members.
We'll have trauma for years and years. But,
It's not dead. It's not dead.
Well,
Sure about that?
yeah.
I mean, the whole
No,
place...
I'm not sure about that, but no, fuck off. It's my boyfriend.
all right, sorry.
Well, still.
Really feels like this
Anyway, that's
doesn't
another
involve
conversation.
me as much.
Yes.
No, but seriously, thanks. Thank you for understanding, and I'm sorry what happened to your son, my friend.
And she smiles and kind of you share a tear, and she shows you back out of the church, and she tells you she needs to be alone for a little while, and she goes back and sits by the grave, and you can just hear her quietly talking to herself as if she's speaking to somebody else far away. She sits there. You head out into the street, whereupon it suddenly dawns on you that you have a wedding to get to. That's all we can do of that. Disney will sue us. So the next day, the wedding of Hadley Vanderale and Ica Jarazana takes place at the Grand Temple of Absalom here in the centre of Kaer Marga, up in the Rich District. You are all stood around ready to go out, wearing your finery, which, if we remember what some of those were, Velda, I believe it was a more fancy version of your normal robe.
Basically,
purple robe. Describe it.
Bit of fur. Yeah, it's purple, some nice embroidered symbols, a new hat, and a bit of fur. And it's looking very smart.
Nice.
And a lovely gilded waistcoat.
Oh, very
Yes,
good.
inscribed with arcane runes.
Bubba.
He's wearing his yellow pantsuit. Hillary Clinton. But he's wearing a badge as well. He's wearing a little name badge that says, "Hello, my name is Bubba," because everybody knows him by Nobi or some other name. And he's decided that, after all this time, he's just going to be called Bubba.
He's going to dress as himself. Fulton, do you remember what your wedding attire was?
Wasn't it a PVC suit?
A white PVC suit, I believe.
Yeah.
PVC.
Completely PVC. It's a three-piece suit, I believe.
Yeah. However, he's got a new suit.
Oh, wow. He's changing that.
Got a brand new suit.
When?
When? Yeah.
Well, we
could have had a day.
Yeah. So he comes down wherever to meet all of you, and he's in like a proper white suit this time, but not a PVC suit. It's like a proper nice white suit. He looks clean.
Like the dwarf from Del Monte.
Yeah. He's also got no beard. And he's shaved all his hair off.
What?
Oh my god, he's going to look insane. He's going to have like a white beard and a suntanned face because he looks like leather.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So how much of a chin does Fulton have?
It's tiny. It's like no chin whatsoever. That's why you don't. That's why you have a beard.
I didn't know dwarves could shave their beards off.
They can't really.
They grow back pretty quick, but because that's the line that Fulton won't cross with dwarven culture.
Yeah, right.
Hey, do you like it? New beginnings. This is a dwarven culture thing.
Are we all there?
Well, there's one. There's one more person who will be there. Shania Rain. I want to know what you're dressed as, but someone's going to come and speak to you before you come down to join everyone.
Okay.
Tell me how does Shania look?
I can't remember what I said before.
Pick a new outfit.
Okay, I'm gonna. And it is going to be, for the first time ever, a bright pink dress.
What?
Yeah, that's right. Hot pink. We're going hot pink.
Nice.
It's like floaty, billowy, beautiful. Like, you know, when she spins around, it goes like out to the sides and stuff. In fact, fuck it, it's got puffy arms and all.
Whoa,
nice. Yeah, I know. Yeah,
super cute.
Has she shaved all her hair off?
Yeah.
No,
she's grown a beard.
Well, one of us is going to have to check.
Incredible. She's grabbed the leftovers from Fulton's beard and stapled them to her face. No, she hasn't done that. She's just she's got her hair. She's tied it into a plait around one side of Elsa style ish.
Excellent. Very nice. Dare I ask how Philippe is dressed?
Yeah, he's in a monkey suit.
Monkey.
Nice.
Incredible. He's wearing a monkey costume over his monkey.
Oh, I thought, yeah. I thought
like a fancy dress monkey costume.
But a different monkey.
a monkey onesie.
It's like a gorilla one.
In devil monkey culture, this is a really famous suave monkey he's dressed as.
Yeah.
It's the equivalent of wearing like a suit that you've seen Brad Pitt wear.
It's a King Kong suit. Yeah. Infamous.
So as you're about to come down, so you're all in the villa of the Vanderel Villa, their big house where everyone's been staying in the lead up to the wedding. And before you go down to join the others, there's a knock at the door, and it's Ica. And Ica is there dressed in. She's not gotten dressed for the wedding just yet. She's still wearing normal clothes. It's like, Shania, you look beautiful.
Thank you so much. God, you look absolutely stunning. Oh my God, you look fantastic. This is a crazy day. I did not expect to feel like this. So I thought I would, change with my sort of traditions and, just try to dress a little more color, for today, for your special day. But how are you feeling? How are you doing?
I'm glad. The Abadar weddings are so drab. They're all about ceremony and exchange of dowries. They're not like Varisian weddings like I'm used to. I'm glad that somebody's bringing some colour to it.
Yeah, I such a bit enjoy.
I need your help with something. Don't worry, Hadley's not been kidnapped again.
Oh, fucking thank God. I was literally about to say, what the fuck?
50 episodes later.
I need you to go and save him from a troll. But first, the troll needs you to deliver 5 potions. No. I don't have anyone to be my maid of honor.
Are you fucking kidding me right now?
Amara Dellison she's the closest thing I would have, but she's busy arranging the play for later, and I've got Travis to walk me down the aisle, but I don't have anyone. I don't want to have anyone on that side, and you're the closest thing I have.
You fucking had me at will you? Shit, yeah. I would fucking love to be your maid of honor. What the fuck do I need to do?
Thank you so much. And well, the first thing is she takes out a battered-looking old package tied up with string. She says, "You need to help me get into this dress."
Oh shit, sorry, I thought you were already in your... Fuck me. God, wow, you've got another dress to get into. You really know how to dress up. Fuck me. Okay, let's have a look at the dress.
You start to help her get dressed, and meanwhile, downstairs, as the three of you are admiring each other's outfits and looking shocked at the glare coming off Fulton's everything.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll change. I'm sure it'll change colour to match the rest of your.
Let's get done there.
Yes.
New beginnings.
New.
You should do it. Let's give you a shave.
Nope. No. Yeah. Given that Bella's beard is a fraction of what yours is, like, nope.
Hadley comes over to you. Hadley Vanderay, who's already dressed in his Abadarian garb, so it's kind of priest garb. It's trimmed with gold. It's bluish in colour. It has the symbol of Abadar on the chest, almost more like priest robes than anything. But it's traditional wedding attire for a man at an Abadarian wedding. And he says, "Lads,
hello, my name's Bubba. taps his badge.
Oh, hello, Barbara.
Did you know that?
Yes, no. What?
Carry on. What was you going to say?
He leans over to Velda. He goes, "That's Nobi, right?"
Yes, that's
okay, right.
Good. He's just going through a phase,
Okay, I was really worried there for a minute.
Yes, it's all right.
I got it. He's called Nobi. Stupid.
Yeah.
I wanted your help. Listen, you all helped arrange my party, and
Stag.
You stag, and you saved me from death and horror and having my skin flayed off by a dragon in another dimension.
Yep.
The lads. And honestly, Cassius is sort of the worst. I was wondering would one of you be my best man for the wedding?
Yes, let us fight to the death.
New beginnings. Yes, of course.
Who you have to pick, though.
Yeah, you have to pick.
To be honest,
Quick,
I think
now.
I think the best person for this job is Velda.
Oh, Velda, thank you so much.
Yes, no, I agree. Yeah, well, I'd hope you would, because another learned scholar.
He'll make the best speech.
Yes, speech.
Yeah, you got to do a
speech.
speech.
The best man.
Velda, thank you so much.
Yeah, you got to be.
The ceremony starts in a few minutes.
What? No, I thought it was I thought it was a ceremonial.
No,
position.
you got to do a speech.
You've got to
Sit
be
on a cushion or
funny,
something.
but you can't be too funny. Then you can't be too long.
You can't say anything too rude, but you got to be rude.
Yeah.
You got all of that. Basically,
So
everyone's going to come and ask you questions.
Me and Bubba just put thumbs up to Velda and sort of just walk away.
I've got about 3 knob gags, so it should be all right.
A few moments later, we are gathered in the main chapel of the Temple of Abadar. Hadley.
James has got his iPad, but he's actually writing a speech.
Yeah.
Speeches. Hadley is stood at the very front of the church next to Velda.
I first met Hadley 5 minutes ago.
Velda's scribbling down furiously. Right.
Bubba and Fulton are just laughing in the front row.
I couldn't remember
Just
your
like-
name for a while, and then
the split of the families is so noticeable. Down one side, where there are Hadley's family, it is the great and the good of the city of Caermarga. It is senior people from banking families and merchants and priests of Abadar, and the other side are you guys and the carnival folk. Kind of.
There's Fardine there.
Definite Fardine is there. Yes, he's got his ears but tied up in just like a plait above his
nice.
and he's constantly like, "What? I can't hear you." So you're Hadley leaning over. He's like, "What if I say something wrong? What if I get it wrong?"
don't worry, you've rehearsed this. You have rehearsed this, right?
Huh? I was meant to rehearse this.
Well, I mean, no,
Everything needs. Oh, sorry.
Do you know what? The best thing is just to wing it on the night, because that's totally what I'm going to do with your speech.
The music changes and the doors at the back open. Ica is stood there, flanked by, on one side she has Travis, who is dressed in a suit. To the other side, she has Shania dressed in an enormous white pink puffy ball gown.
I'm imagining like a disco music video. Do you know what I mean? Like Donna Summer or something. Mm-hmm. That's so sick.
And she is wearing a relatively simple blue dress.
It's the one that Caragor bought her.
It is the dress that Caragor bought her in Caermarga.
Wow.
Which she has carried this whole time and has never worn, waiting for the right moment. And it's, I mean,
How does it still fit her?
that's why she needed help getting into it.
You had to do some magic and
Okay.
embiggen the dress.
Embiggen.
I cast embiggen.
Make fitten.
Put it on Philippe first, stretch it out.
Run around, Philippe.
And she begins walking down. Hadley just as soon as she walks in, Hadley just stops questioning and wittering and just stares at her as she walks down. you get halfway, everyone kind of goes quiet and watches as the music plays as she makes her way down. About halfway down, Shania, you catch eyes with Fulton and Bubba sitting in the pews.
Hey guys.
Hello.
You look amazing.
Yeah, you look beautiful.
I'm the maid of honor.
Yeah.
I wondered where you were.
Yeah.
Velda's gonna do a speech.
Velda's best man.
He's the best man.
She notices Velda.
Sure enough, Velda is right at the front.
Sweating.
It's just, he's looking a bit bewildered. No one ever explained to him what a best man was, really. He doesn't. I don't think this might be the first wedding he's ever been to.
Yeah, okay.
Because it's just like,
it's cute.
When we get there,
Yeah.
so we've gotten up to the front.
You get to the front.
Big moment.
Yeah.
Shania goes, "Psst, Velda.
what? Yes, what's that?
Velda. Velda, see this dress?
Yes.
Caragor, do you remember Caragor got for this dress?
Did he? I didn't know he liked pink.
By the way, what the fuck is my boyfriend?
What? I don't know.
You're a fucking wizard.
Maybe
Because
it's
you do a summoning spell or some shit.
What?
I'm a maid of honor, and my boyfriend's not fucking here.
I mean, I'm only best man. I don't know.
But you're a fucking powerful wizard. Just fucking send him a message or something. For fuck's sake.
All right, I'll send a message.
Do something.
Velda puts his finger to his forehead. Yes. He says you should make better life choices.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Sit down. This is not day.
For fuck's sake. I'm speaking to you later.
Someone in the back row. Someone in the back row coughs and it echoes through the room, and you become aware of how good the acoustics in this room are.
I'm so sorry, Ike. I'm sorry.
We can hear you back here.
Sorry, Ike.
The priest just kind of stops looking at both of you.
I'm the best man.
We are gathered here in the sight of the Maker in order to join these two together in marriage. And they begin going through their vows. They speak their vows of. Don't you laugh at my vows?
No, it wasn't. I was yawning.
He was yawning at your vows.
He's bored of this, mate.
Your ceremonies bore me.
My bad.
And you, Ica, do you take Hadley?
Oh, God.
Sorry.
Skip to the drinking.
It's over.
I do. And the priest, having conducted the ritual, the priest nods and says, "And if there is anyone here who knows of a reason why these two should not lawfully be wed," everyone in the church from both sides turns and looks at Bubba.
What? I wish them well.
Everyone.
Just know that if it breaks up, I'll be there.
Everyone shrugs like, well, that's the best we're going to get out of that one.
Yeah. Could be worse.
And the priest turns to Velden and says, "Do you have the rings?"
What? What rings?
Philippe gestures you over from the stands and hands you a couple of rings.
Oh, right, these rings. Right, okay. Gosh, this is way more complicated than I thought. I really thought it'd be something like a cushion and a handshake.
Move it along!
Right. Okay, yes, I do. I have the rings. The rings.
To take them and Hadley being like, "These don't look like our rings. I think Philippe might have stolen some rings from some people." Ika's just looking at him the whole time, smiling at me like, "We'll sort it out later." Nice. The rings are put on. She says, the priest says, "You may now kiss the bride." And before he's finished, Ika takes Hadley, dips him, and kisses him in front of everybody. And everyone cheers as your dear friends are married.
Finally! Yay!
We cut to a little while later, the wedding meal. Everyone's been eating. Everyone's eaten multiple courses. You can just imagine the stories that Fulton has told at a table of relative strangers. He's there with like some of her aunts,
and I plucked out his eyes with my thumbs.
Hadley is just finishing his speech, thanking Dorcas Porkstaff for making everyone's outfits in just one night, with the extensive changes that were required for it.
Yeah.
And everyone toasts Dorcas Porkstaff. And he says, "And now, of course, the best man."
Yeah!
Yeah!
Yes, well, hello everybody. I haven't known Hadley for long, but in the time I've known him, he's been a pretty good chap. And let me tell you, and I'm going to do a performance check with a performance skill of 0.
Oh no!
It's an 8. So what you witness is a sort of slightly mumbly, vaguely. It's not disaster, but it's a sort of like, because he doesn't really know Hadley. And then half the speech is him just sort of like ranting on about a vending machine they end up stuck in. And no one really understands because it doesn't really make sense. But he's just sort of trying. Anyway, and in conclusion, yeah, splendid chap. Yep. Well,
Talk about Ica.
Be quiet, slaphead. You are tiny telling some Alice.
Say something nice about the bride.
That's not my job. She hasn't
Yeah, you do.
Everyone make it your fucking
Hasn't
job.
got best girl.
No.
What's the deal with that then? Why can you have a best man and not a best girl?
Tell stories about the white bride, husband, and then you say the bride's great.
Well, we all know the bride's the most astonishing young lady anyway. Anyway.
Just say it.
Yep, she's great. She's better than great. Do you know what?
Hell.
She is iconic. Everyone, I'd like you to raise your glasses to the most wonderful new couple here in this wherever we are. So there we are.
Yes, all atomic.
The bride and groom.
Someone next to Bubba goes, "Wow, Cassius has really lost it recently." And there's a tapping on a glass, and Ica stands up, and everyone kind of falls silent for a moment. So I'm sorry, I won't be long, and I know it's not tradition at these sort of weddings for a bride to make a speech, but there are some people here that I wanted to thank, without whom none of this would be happening. Fulton, Shania, Velda,
I was first.
Bubba, and Philippe, and Caragor, wherever he is. When we first met, I wish that it could have been literally anybody else in the world that was responsible for the safety of me and my family. But now I can't think of anybody else that I would rather have in my life. You were never the slickest or the most presentable. You were never the most efficient at what you did, but every time I needed you, you were the ones that showed up. I don't care if you're not saviors of the world. I don't care if they don't build statues. To me, and to the people that you touched, you were everything. You were our heroes. And so I'd like to propose a toast to our heroes. She raises her glass. There is a range of responses from people around the room. you hear sick wolf, public libraries, foot porn, and a decent number of people from the carnival go, the Danger Club.
Yeah,
Everyone raises their glasses, and we'll move forward a little more in time. You're at the bar now, having a drink afterwards. Travis has gone to get you a round of drinks from the bar, and the bar person's gone, "I'm sorry, sir, it's not a cash bar, it's a token system tonight." Travis lunges at him over the bar. And as you're having your drinks, Almara Dellison suddenly appears. Says, "Danger Club, I have one last quest for you. It is vitally important."
Whoa, I don't know.
What is it? I've had quite a lot to drink.
The one gift that I had for Ica on her wedding was that we were going to put on a production of the play. We were to put on a production of Danger Club, the play. I hit performance here that everyone has been coming to see. I know you were really looking forward to seeing it as well, but I'm afraid the entire cast have come down ill after eating twice dead shrimp.
That'll do it.
Danger Club, you are my only hope. Will you take to the stage and perform the play of your first adventure?
For Ica? Then yes, of course.
And for ourselves.
Yes.
I've got scripts.
Oh my god!
All right, who's playing who?
Right, in these scripts, I'm gonna pass them around. You'll see there is one out of character reference in it, which says the name, one of your actual names. These parts are kind of interchangeable. It's just that some people need to, like, there are some that go together. Like, Colin is playing multiple characters.
Yeah.
So if someone wants to play the characters, if Bubble wants to play those characters, great. If you want to swap it around, that person needs to take all of them. Are you going to swap them around, or are you going to play as you sit and have a think about your...
Have you got it digitally?
We've got it digitally. I emailed it to you a while ago.
Oh, you did, yeah.
So, yes,
cool.
you do have it digitally.
Is this the thing not to read?
All right, amazing.
That was the, yes, do not read this
Yes,
until
because
later.
I didn't read it. So.
Great. I'm glad.
Yeah, this is a complete
'Cause
surprise.
I'll be able to see it a little bit better.
That's fine. I'll just batter my my microphone.
What did you say we got to decide?
So you need to decide who's playing what character. It works if you just play your own character, but if you swap it around, then just remember...
Should we just be ourselves?
Yeah, I think let's just be ourselves. I think that's
be
probably
ourselves.
Be yourselves. Be yourselves.
See, so like play our own characters.
So,
But
yes.
I'll
Oh,
be-
yes, yeah.
So you play the stuff that says Colin, which you end up with a lot of them because Bubble wasn't there.
Yeah, exactly,
So you
yeah,
end
yeah.
up with all of the other characters. So you're backstage at the theatre. The wedding guests have come over to they've got a private theatre here at the villa, and the wedding guests have all gathered around. And Amara Dellison and like a couple of like Fardine and a few of the circus folk who are there are just finding costumes for you and helping to like get you ready.
Are we allowed to have the scripts on the night?
There should be no scripts.
It is the
yes,
night.
that's fine. You haven't got time to learn them. Just take.
I
take
could
the
if you.
scripts and-
Yeah, okay, we
might
should
be able to.
read them.
You'll be fine. Just remember, it's it'll be fine. You were there. It's the story of your adventure. Obviously, we have been touring it for about 2 years now. So some changes have been made along the way to kind of make it according to audience reaction. So you might find some things that aren't entirely different, but they should be absolutely fine. Velda, are you going to be all right with this? I know you've had to perform already.
Yes, yeah, why not? I've got a taste for it now.
Thank you so much.
What character am I playing?
I would like you to play Fulton, if you could, please, Fulton.
He's not very convincing. Fulton had a beard.
Can we get a fake beard for Fulton, please?
I've got a fake beard. Here.
A fake beard. Philippe will have to play Caragor, as he's not here. Philippe nods, tears off his monkey suit as if he was born for this.
Is he going to green up? That's
That's inappropriate.
It's very inappropriate. Very inappropriate.
Even Philippe wouldn't cross that line.
All right.
So we.
Oh my god! All this noise is coming from Colin, the maestro of silence. Yeah.
Quiet in the wings.
No, they really can't find that fake beard, can they?
It's my last episode. I'll fucking do what I want. I'm going to shout like drum.
A cheerful
High
tune.
five! Yes! Hey, high five!
Doesn't pick up anymore. I've got a limit. It doesn't matter.
You all high five backstage, ready to go on. You
right.
stand in the wings, listening to cheerful music playing. The curtain rolls back on a painted set of the sun shining down on a green field. There are circus tents filling the back of the stage and colourful flags fluttering in the breeze. Striding onto the stage comes somebody. Ross, what does this person look like?
Me.
It is you, yes. How is Fulton dressed?
He's dressed in what I wore when we went to Comic-Con. I wore James's tinfoil...
Like a tinfoil
suit of armour with a fake beard. Basically looked like me playing Fulton. Yeah.
Nice.
Incredible. In strides, Fulton.
At long last, the beautiful town of Ilsurian. Ilsurian. Oh yeah, Ilsurian. A fine place for I, King Fulton, Lord of the Carnivals, to stay. Lord of all carnivals, to stay a while. But what is a king without his court? Velda! Come hither!
Another figure crawls onto the stage.
I don't remember crawling in that place. Velda looks...
It's essential for the plot.
Right, fair enough. Velda looks like I did when I went to the same MCM Comic-Con. Dressed in a battered purple robe and stuff, the hat. Master, It is I, your humble wretched servant, elder. Pray, may I clean my king's boots for him?
Shut up! No, do not place your hands, stinky hands, upon your king. But what is this I see? A woman approaches.
In enters another character. How do they look, Colin?
This is Bubba has got Shania's pink dress on. Oh, King Fulton, thank the gods you have arrived. My poor unfortunate husband has been murdered. He was all I had in this world, and nothing now will bring me joy.
Not even the wonderful games and shows at the Umbra Carnival, which are fun for the whole family.
Well, yes, apart from the wonderful and reasonably priced Umbra Carnival, truly that could not bring this. What is who wrote this?
Yeah, is this an advert?
Shh, hurry up.
Mara's like,
Valda, it's you.
Oh, did he finish? I don't think he finished his line, but 10% off to all audience members.
Silence, worm. Ow. Very well.
Hitting.
Very well, woman. I will solve this crime. Be away with you and send forth my best investigators.
I go.
the old woman leaves, and a moment later, 2 investigators arrive. What does Shania look like?
Just all in black, all blacks, right? You know, it's just total blacks, plimsolls,
like mime.
just all blacks, like mime style, yeah.
Looking over her shoulder to realise that someone's wearing her dress.
Yeah.
And he's like 4'2". And you're like 7 foot or something, so it's hanging off of him. It's
definitely
crazy.
Philippe follows you. He's wearing leather armour and an eye patch.
What's up, you fuck? It's me, Detective Shania.
The whole audience cheer.
Caragor. Together we are the police, please.
It was fucking cop.
Police, please.
Everyone cheers when Shania comes. It's like it's a thing that happens every time you see. Like Fonzie has come in. Philippe looks at his script.
Yeah, we did come as fast as we could, yeah.
You picked a really good voice to do there for this attack.
I'm playing a woman.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up.
Oh, wait, I am a woman. You
can't choose your own voice, he shouts from the wings. Are you playing you?
I literally just realised. Okay, maybe you came as fast as you could. Some of us have stamina.
Detective Shania, a local man has been murdered, and we must uncover the killer.
A killer, you say? King fuck. We must act as fast as they kill. No, before they kill again.
I want to say, as somebody who is a learning support trainer at times, I know that Drummond's dyslexic. I gave him this script 2 weeks ago in case he wanted to have a look through it. So.
I did not look at it.
Yeah, good.
We do what we can. Enter a skulk with a knife. How is Bubba playing a skulk?
So he's down to...
Well, you had a quick costume change.
Yeah, I know, yeah. He just rips off the dress and he's wearing a pair of Y-fronts. Like blue Y-fronts.
Look out! A skulk approaches!
A skulk I am, a skulk I be, skulking around mysteriously. Search the town, but you won't see. I'll grind your bones and make my tea.
I'll stop him.
The skulk stabs Velda.
I die.
Velda dies.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, well, 'tis no great loss.
I am a skulk, I don't pay tax. My dental hygiene's really lax. Try your best and you will see. You never ever will catch me.
Come here, skulk.
Fulton grabs the skulk by the head and puts his thumbs in his eyes.
My eyes. He sings.
Tell me how you play out the stage direction.
The skulk's head explodes and sweets come out. The cast threatens children in the audience. So he goes, whoa, whoa, oh, sweetie pie. And he sort of rips off his wife fronts.
Oh my God.
And the sweets just go flying. Underneath is a pink pair of wife fronts.
He throws wife fronts full of sweets into the wedding party.
That was pretty fucked up. What do you think, Cargo? Good point.
Everybody.
There were actual words there.
The actual words there is quite funny. That's an in-gag.
Everybody leaves. Exit all. The curtains close. Scene 2. The curtains reopen a moment later on the interior of a fine manor house. There is a flight of stairs along the centre and twinkling lights. Enter the cat seller. Amara Dellison is trying to put a fur coat onto you, Velda. It's like, please, it's really, I promise it's a better part than last time. It's really important.
Because that was really shit.
You've got loads of lines on this one.
All right, fine. Right, I'll do it. It is I, the humble cat seller, who will buy my lovely cats.
Enter Shania and Caragor.
What's up, you fuck? At last, we have some time alone together, Cargo. At this dark manor house where all of the people have been murdered, it's the perfect place for us to make the love. No, let him watch.
Shania and Fulton begin engaging in Shania and Caragor begin engaging in carnal lust before they can fully consummate it. Fulton enters.
So that's with the
Philippe's staring in horror at the script, and it's just like, and he starts looking off stage to where Fulton is, and just like, just gesturing for you to come on.
Not so fast, you two. There is a murder to solve, and for that you need King Fulton the Amazing.
Enter other Fulton. What does Bubba look like now?
He looks exactly the same. Like he's really gone deep and pulled out a similar costume. Like they had two dwarf costumes. About which King Fulton is the real one.
Christ, why did that happen? Sorry about that. Two Fultons. But I can't fucking do it. But how can we know which one is the real Fulton? Real one Fulton. Shit.
I am the real Fulton.
No, I am the real Fulton.
Sorry, I'm having problems with my shield.
Can we get a sound person in to fix that?
Okay, hold on. Caragor, use your ranger powers to tell me which one is the real one.
That's offensive.
Fuck you. Let's ask the children. Hey, kids, who do you think this? Is this the real Fulton? Or do you think this is the real Fulton? Okay. Shit, I'm non-supervisor.
It seems you have been found out.
Curse says it's true. I am in fact evil shiver seller. You found me out.
Well done, kids. Let's all kill him. I'm joking. And as for you, Shiver Sir, you know what this means.
I sure do.
Fulton grabs the other Fulton by the head and pushes his thumbs into his eyes.
Other Fulton's head explodes. So this time his beard, he just throws his beard out. And all the sweets fly out, and then he bows and runs off.
You know, that time when you're performing something you don't know that well, and you get to really trust him, especially on a fight scene or something. Fulton's got his thumbs in your eyes.
I know.
How's it going to stop?
He had magic missile ready just in case.
They threw sweets into the audience. Other Fulton leaves, followed by the cat seller.
Well, it looks like we solved the murder and saved the town.
Yeah, another good day's work for police. Fucking Hong
That's trademark. Now that we've saved the carnival, I can sell it
to build a pocket factory.
What the fuck? You only wanted to save the carnival so that you could sell it?
Carragher is right, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
No, but there's something I can do.
Everyone looks to the audience. Who is standing there?
MZ!
What does Bubba look like?
He's wearing some chainmail, which is far, far too big for him. And he has a huge 9-ring broadsword.
Yes! Nice.
That's right. I have returned from saving the world and put a stop to your crimes. I always knew Fulton was a villain.
Damn you, MZ!
Have that, sure.
And he rips off the chainmail and shows his chest.
The chainmail, wool chainmail goes all over the floor.
No! My evil schemes. The day.
He's really hamming this last bit.
We can't tell. Broadsword under the arm.
Yeah.
They die with me.
Oh, MC, you are the handsome and the brave. You have saved us all again.
Hey, Shania. Room for one more in that marriage bed?
In a way, we are all the little spoon.
My only regret is that Velda did not live to see this day.
Enter Velda.
Oh, don't worry, everybody. I actually did survive.
A trapdoor immediately opens under Velda's feet and he plunges through the bottom of the stair.
Yomadai bless us, everyone.
Hooray!
Bow. That was
bow chicka bow bow.
Very Midsummer Night's Dream.
Oh, did you see that? I said Yomadai instead of in the script. It said God save us, but I just thought, you know what?
Did you see my
just
death?
Came to me.
That death scene I did. It was well
That was
good.
right, yeah.
People were crying.
We could have changed words. I could have actually said cop instead of police.
Yeah,
police.
you could have done I think there's
Man, what the fuck?
I don't think the director's going to come up to just have a go at us.
Can I just not be fucking bothered? I mean, I look like a complete prick.
I thought you were really good.
Oh, yeah, it was
my
good.
performance was good, but I mean,
You was
shit.
the top
It was better than your fucking speech.
What's the point of the cat? Oh, fuck off. Didn't see you volunteering.
I know I volunteered you because I knew it'd be really good.
Yeah, he didn't do anything. What was the point of the cat seller?
That's the best
I didn't even
part.
sell any cats. No one spoke to me.
I mean, he tried to sell cats.
No, I didn't. I just stood in the middle of the stage and said, I'm a cat seller, and then everyone ignored me.
Do you know what?
I just wandered off.
The only thing people are going to remember is the cat seller.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
you
think
were on
you're right.
stage, weren't you? Because
Well, I was on
cat seller
stage.
leaves.
Yes, I know. I thought I was going to have to watch, Shania and Philippe for one moment. I thought it was some sort of soft porn. And then eventually I just sort of got laid off.
The rest of it's bollocks. Only the cat seller was good.
See some people leaving. They're like, "Well, I love the cat seller. That's absolutely my favourite."
Yeah.
Like, yes, I wish they'd cut some of Velda's lines though.
Pointless. Absolutely pointless.
Well,
Why is that a
thanks.
character even in it?
What's the director's name again?
Amara Dellison.
Amara, that was well good.
Thank you so much. You've saved the carnival once again.
How much do you charge for people to see that?
Well, this one is a present for Ica.
Yeah, but like
in general, it's a copper each for entry.
For like a 5-minute play?
Yes, we do it in repertoire with several other plays about other adventuring groups that we've met.
Are they as good as that?
Yes, we've got a whole set about all of the level 1 adventures.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought it was the bestest present that you could ever give for Ica. Where is Ica?
Ica.
You have you go and find Ica. She runs and gives you a hug, and you share some drinks. I'm going to fast forward a little bit as the night's really worn on now, and everyone, Hadley and Ica, have left in a carriage, waving as they go. It's kind of down to. Everyone's broken down back into their other groups, and we're down to the 4 of you kind of sat in the bar, having a few more drinks together, and you've been talking about your adventures and talking about you've got to talking quite a bit while you've been here with some of the other guests and about finding out about what all this celebration for Sick Wolf is about, and about the army of the undead. and how it made it halfway across Varisia. And some people were sure that it was heading for heading for Magnimar, but no one really knows why. And someone's just kind of drunk. Some person who's been telling you says, "But that's above my pay grade," and just sort of wanders off into the party, leaving the four of you sitting around.
He was a laugh.
It's weird.
Yeah.
You think that, like, you're the hero in your own. Shut up, you!
Try have a moment.
Clanging and banging over there.
I'm in the Iron Jungle.
Fuck off.
Just weird how you think that you're going to be the hero in this story, and then turns out other people are doing exactly the same thing all around the world.
And better.
Yeah.
Apparently. Well, more public.
Yeah, I think you're looking at it all the wrong way. I mean, I think Eike said it the best. Yeah, we are the heroes of each other, the people that we know and love, and that's the important thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Apparently not. Apparently I'm a second-rate cat seller. You know.
Oh, you still going on about that?
Yeah.
For fuck's sake.
Is that really how people see me?
No, Velda.
Fucking play about
Velda. I know we give you a lot of shit, but listen, I know we've had a few drinks and stuff, but you're amazing. You're great.
You're one of the best wizards ever.
You're so powerful. You come up with that.
I think I'm a necromancer.
No,
I'm certainly joking.
We always say that you're a necromancer, but we know you're not. We've wound you up. We're being silly.
Yeah, you're a valuable member of the team. And so you know how hard it is for me to say, yeah?
I mean, well, yeah, I don't think you've ever said that before.
No, I haven't, but I want to say it to you now, and you have great, you know a lot of shit, and you're super powerful, and, you know, you're a cool guy.
You listen, and you come out with wisdom so many times. You're amazing.
Like what?
There was that one time.
This is the shit that I hate, though.
What? We're
just trying to give you a good
I was trying to think a bit of wisdom that, you know, sort of like I passed on that you remembered that stuck in your head.
You were saying, right, once.
Yes.
I was going through a bit of like, you know, a bit of a dark time. And you said that, you know, we need you, Bubba. Oh, no, wait, that was Fulton.
See, this is what I'm talking about. I actually had long conversations with you about that.
I'm joking. Of course you did. See, you're always downplaying yourself. This is the worst quality you've got. It's like that you talk to yourself. What you need to do is you need to talk to yourself in your mind not like we talk to you, but like how you'd want to be talked to. Like your best friend. You'd never talk to your best friend like that.
Hey.
I don't think I've ever had a best friend.
What about that? What's that?
I mean,
dog's
we're all
name
your
you
best
told us
friends
about
now,
once?
yeah?
Well, not really. I mean, he literally admitted Fulton here that his best friend was an axe. and you...
That's different. That's different.
You've always had Caragor, and Bubba, you've always favoured other people. No, never had a best friend.
We're your best friends.
Well, actually, that's true. Gin. There we are. See, I've got my fox, but...
us. You've got us.
I haven't got one best friend.
Yeah.
I've got...
Yeah, you're all my best friend.
I've got 4.
Well, I'm a best man.
5. Carragher
1, 2, 3, 4.
And Carragher.
And Philippe.
Oh.
That's 5, yeah.
6.
I mean, I had 4, but 7.
Yeah. 8.
Are we just saying numbers? I like 12. 12's a good number.
But listen, I've had so many friends in my time, but you stuck around.
But what?
All of you.
But what about this whispering title? It just feels weird that we're not the ones
Do you know what?
taking it on.
I can't. I fuck that shit. I'm not sure that I any longer feel the responsibility to save the world. If we can just save our little bits, then that is the best. If we can save our friends, the people around us, or if there is someone that is close by that is in danger, then we can do our best. We cannot shoulder the world all the time. If you try to do that, you will end up crushed by the weight of it, you know? This is not the way. I just don't think that we should overly... Also, we do have these fucking shards. Maybe we should give them to stick with. I don't know. Anyway, that's not the fucking point. The point is, you know, we need to look out for each other and our friends and the people that are close. And this is our world, okay? That's our way. And that, I think, is the most important of everything. And you know, all we can do in the world is this, and then, you know, see where that takes us.
Shania, I love you. You're right. If I was your son, I'd be the proudest son ever. You make an amazing woman and mother.
That's very, very nice of you to say, and you'd be a very good son if you were my son. Yeah, I love you too.
And as you listen to this, Velda, it's all things. Some few things start to fall into place in your mind as they've been talking about the battle and Sick Wolf and the army coming to Magnamar and the shards, and you just kind of stretch out a little bit of your magic senses. You don't even need to do a detect magic, and you become aware of the overwhelming magical signature that is emanating from the group of you, from the collection of shards that you had. And you can feel it just shining out across the world. You just become aware of that kind of energy.
Yes, the shards. Do you know what? In all this ceremony and celebration, I'd almost forgot about those.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Now, look, I've been given some thought because the Whispering Tyrant, he doesn't go away as far as I understand it. He's still going to be there, and well, we have got the problem what to do with these shards, but I don't think they should stay together. If I'm honest.
You think that when they are together, they are dangerous?
I think when they're together, they're extremely powerful, and especially when you put them all together. I mean, we've no idea what's going to happen there, but yes, we are somewhat of a beacon to the agents of darkness of the Whispering Tyrant.
But they're not safe in anyone else's hands.
No.
Only we know
in fact,
the power.
I don't think we should tell anyone about them.
We have to
agree.
We have to leave you. We have to leave each other behind.
But everyone takes a shard.
We take a shard and we go.
And we go our separate ways.
Yes, but with a solemn promise and a pledge that we will still look after each other. Because there are ways of keeping in touch. But, yes, you must not misuse the shard. You know how easy it is to control it. I'd suggest just trying to forget about it, but just going and doing something else. I think there'll be a time we'll be able to put these two back together.
I don't need them. I've been there and I don't need that anymore. And when you said that you'd forgotten about them, I did too. And that, for me, was like a moment. If I had one in my hand, if I had all four in my hand, honestly, I mean this from the bottom of my heart, it wouldn't affect me.
Cool, do you want to hold them right now, just for old time's sake?
Yeah. No, not really. No, see, I don't.
You said yes. Just to start with,
I was confused by your question, but yeah, I have no desire to have them.
Which makes you the perfect carrier of a shard. In fact, all of you have been affected. Now you've overcome it. Hopefully, you should be able to.
Hey, I don't feel it talking to me anymore.
I think it's probably our responsibility to take just. How many have we got?
4.
So then, yes, we take one each, and. We keep it safe and secret. Secret and safe.
Secret and safe, yes.
Keep it secret, keep it safe. I said the terms the wrong way. But I think you all understood where I was coming from.
Should we put it in the fire just for lols?
Just to check out,
Just to check it out, see if any rain comes up or anything like that.
But this means this is it.
Well, for now, no one knows the future. Not even me, and I can do fortune telling. It's all a load of bollocks, really.
I suspect.
I knew it.
Magic missile.
I cast chromatic ray.
Yeah, right.
Well, I mean, so what will you all do?
I think it's best if we don't tell each other.
Oh.
Yes.
Shit.
But
okay, I was going to do a whole thing. Okay, fine.
I mean,
we could probably do that if anyone wanted to listen to it.
Yes,
we could do that.
If there's a third party listening to it, performing this for somebody else.
We don't need to tell each other now.
Watching. Yeah, okay.
Yes. But we could do. But I know all of your magical signatures, so I'll be able to get in touch with you.
Okay.
So this is our last night together.
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, we could go in a couple of days.
No, it's just now.
No, I feel like now that we've had the conversation, be beer to hang out.
We're shopping.
Let's go get fucked up.
We'll get some
do 50 more episodes, and then
there must be a post office we can go and check out. Maybe a bureau de change.
Yeah, right.
Who knows?
Listen, I thought this might happen. And I can't really say anything, so can I play you something?
Yeah.
Yes.
And I have prepared something.
What? Oh, shit.
Now, I was going to play this live if we did it on Zoom or whatever, and I haven't got my guitar, so I recorded this earlier.
Play it, cut it in. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just cut it in.
Know you'd come running if I called your name. In my heart you'll never be far away. Friends in life, friends still there. Without you I'd never even be myself. You'll never be alone. Danger's your home. No, you'll never be alone. Danger's your home. It's just the start. Can always listen back to what's inside your heart. As the wind blows, I'll always hear you close. Just remember the laughter of all of us, and you'll never be alone. Danger's your home. No, you'll never be alone. Danger's your home. Danger's your home. Danger's your home.
Fuck off, Colin. Hey, fair, man.
Oh, mate. And over the closing strings of this, I think we see the Danger Club finishing your drinks and heading outside, looking back, wondering whether to stop and say goodbye, find some of the people you know from the carnival, and it's just busy in there. You can't see anyone initially, and then someone, whoever it is, takes a step first, and you make the decision, and you all walk out of the party together. And you go back to your hotel, and you have another drink. You pack your bags. We see you all just kind of smiling and hugging each other, and going off in your separate ways. Things move ahead a little. And we see 1 year later. We float over to. Let's stay with Bubba Von Hoops. Where do we see Bubba Von Hoops a year later?
Bubba at first went back to his family. And he tried to reconcile with everyone, and it was difficult, but they came to an agreement that everything was not done in malice, and he left half of his money with them, but more with his sister, with Gillip. And then he decided to walk the earth, not the earth, but the planet, basically, the world. And he left, and he's been kind of traveling ever since, keeping a very low profile, playing music here and there, but not really trying to create a name for himself or anything. He just wanders from town to town, If anyone needs help, he helps them. And he's kind of almost in the back of his mind thinking to himself, it would be good to meet an old friend, you know? And he's in a really small town at the moment, and he's sitting there in a bar just having a drink, reminiscing on the Danger Club, but reminiscing on Pumpy scripts as well, and thinking that maybe there's a few kind of, you know, ties to settle here and there. And he's thinking that some of that money he's got, maybe he's going to give some to her. And he doesn't know if he'll stay with her, but he thinks that last time he saw her, it didn't leave it in a really good way. And yeah, I just think that's what he's doing. Trying to make the world a better place everywhere he goes by just playing some music and enjoying himself.
A little more time passes. Velda Campbellite, where do we see him in the future?
So Velda, he actually returns to Nex because he spent a long time there in the wizard libraries, sort of looking through, got his lots of new spells, things like that. He's sort of weighted down responsibility, and he's very sad about sort of losing the club. But he figures that's the best place to go and to research, so he obviously he's welcomed back. A little bit of trepidation at the beginning, but you know, he's sort of welcomed in and just buries himself in scrolls. He spends long nights losing track of time with Jin, just sort of like reading books and scrolls and things like that. Always mindful of the shard and the other 3 pieces that he knows are out there in the world. And he's doing it, he doesn't give a shit about the world, in actual fact. He's just doing it to save his best and only friends, who he wants to see again someday.
He becomes that old wizard that lives in his tower and everyone thinks he has no friends.
Yeah.
Every now and then you look up at the map and see little glinting lights showing somewhere in the world other people. And somewhere else in the world is Shania Rain. Where are Shania and Philippe these days?
Shania and Philippe, after sort of a month or so of searching together, Shania started by, trying to find. She's looking for Caragor. She's very worried about where he might be. It's unusual for one of the group to disappear for this length of time. People do disappear, but usually it wasn't Caragor, and certainly not for this long. So she's gone off in pursuit of him, and as the frustrations of not being able to find him took hold, her and Philippe sort of parted ways. It was, more like she just needed to return to being on her own. And so, there was a moment when she just decided he should be free to be his own monkey. And, he didn't want to leave. There was a bit of a sort of Bigfoot and the Hendersons moment where she was like, go on, just fucking go. Just go, I don't like you anymore. Just fuck you. Just go. And threw a rock at him and shit. And he was like, anyway, so they parted ways. And she continues her search. Also, of course, always in the back of her mind is the idea of, bumping into her son, Kazar. Although, she's sort of given up on that search, really. And is more pursuing this other one, but it's always there in the back of her mind. But then there's this overriding feeling, and this is the thing that seems to start taking precedence after, a long time of not finding Caragor and not finding anyone else, that she was sort of saved by nature. She was given powers she wasn't supposed to have yet by the powers of nature that she communes with. When she turned into the dragon, she should have died. And the more that she communes with nature and the more that she sort of talks and the more that she wanders, and especially now that she's sort of back on her own, discovers, she gets this very strong sense that that nature and the sort of powers that she communes with have some sort of purpose for her. She doesn't know what it is yet, but it saved her life weirdly, and sort of gave her powers that she didn't really have for a moment, for some kind of reason, some sort of purpose. And so she is now searching for that purpose everywhere she goes. And that's about where she's at.
Wandering the world.
Yeah.
And finally, somewhere else in the world is Fulton Battlestone. Ross, where does Fulton end up?
So after leaving the adventurers, he goes back to High Helm and goes back to his father, tells him about all of the stuff that happens, kind of owns up to leaving, spends a lot of time with him there. His father was very sick, but Fulton spent the last sort of his days with him, looked after him, and then after that he then went on kind of like a pilgrimage, and he ended up at if you imagine it being a film, there's a camera that swoops into these streets, into this sort of house, and these children walk into this house, and there's steam coming from the back of the room where there's like a kitchen, and Fulton is behind this kitchen, and he's feeding the people in the stacks, helping the people that he originally hurt. Homeless children. It's kind of like a homeless shelter. He's feeding them soup, just trying to do that little bit. He kind of looks out the window, and again, similar to Velda, he can kind of sense the rest of the party, and he's smiling, and he just hopes that he's made up. He's a hope he's made up for the things that he did in his past.
And finally, a few more years passed. We go back to Caermarga, and we go to a house somewhere up in the upper district. We see a family home. There are two young girls playing with dolls. Their names are Naya and Emma. And they're playing with dolls representing a dwarf, a tengu, a sylph, a drow, and a half-orc. And Emma, the youngest of them, is holding the dwarf and the half-orc together and is bashing them together. And is saying, "I am the best fighter!"
"No, I am the best fighter! We're going to fight!"
"Actually, I love you!"
"Actually, I love you too!"
And she pushes them together and starts making kissy noises. Over at the side, their father lowers his paper, which says, "Monkey crime wave reaches new heights." It's Hadley Vanderale. Now got a beard with a few flecks of grey in it. And he interrupts and says, "Girls, that's not what actually happened. Actually," and a hand lays on his shoulder, and Ica, a little older, she's pregnant again, wearing a dress, different dress, but a blue dress, puts a hand on his shoulder and says, No, it's not our story anymore." And that's where we leave it.
Danger Lanes! Thank you so much for spending 6 years of your lives with us. It is beyond what we could ever imagine, and we have made so many connections and so much joy along the way. We wish you love, we wish you safety. It will get lighter at some point, we promise. Just stick together, protect your healer. There is one final big announcement, of course, because of course one thing we haven't done is said what we're all doing next, which is very exciting. So I can now exclusively announce what the Danger Club are doing next.
We're going for a curry. Fucking love you, Dangerlings. You protect each other.
Thank you, Dangerlings.
Thank you.
You're all amazing. Thank you so much.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, huh? Good, well done.
Yeah.
Well done, guys.
Good job. Amazing song, Cole.
Yeah, that was fucking so good.
Well done, Dan.
Christ.
Well done, lads.
Oh, I nearly couldn't bring it home. I nearly could. It was just.
Oh, man.
Oh, that song.
Yeah.
Previously on CSI Mwangi Expanse.
Jack, Mac, I'm confused as you are. We've been searching for this monkey killer in this goddamn place what feels like years. All I see is monkeys everywhere in all the brambles, the trees. I see monkeys when I sleep. I see monkeys in your face. Sometimes I want to kill you. Arrest you. Look at this picture of my wife. I just see a monkey killer now. I just see monkey killers everywhere I look. Look at that owl over there. That's a monkey killer. Wait. What? Mac, what's that up there? Through those giant trees. Hand. It's like a giant clock. The whole thing is falling apart. This world is destroying itself around us. We need to get the hell out of here. But how did we come in here? Jack, I don't even remember. I don't think I know anymore. All I remember is Tengus and a dead bear and I don't know. That group of cool guys that totally were really cool. You think they were cool? I think I think they were kind of cool, but not as cool as us. Well, not as cool as you. Yeah. Well, thanks, Jack. They were pretty cool, apart from that necromancer. He was a dick. That necromancer, he was a monkey killer, if ever I saw one. But he wasn't the one we were looking for. No. We're never gonna find him, Jack. We're gonna die in this world. Hold me, Mac. Hold me. Oh my god. What's that? What is that? Oh, Chuff Gorham's balls. Who the hell are you? Sir?
I just dust myself off. Fell quite a long way there.
Yeah.
Say, who am I?
Yeah.
Oh, just let me back. Oh, Scott, bring me back.
Wait a minute. Jack, are you wearing an eye mask?
Yeah, I have done for ages, yeah. You two look funny dressed. My name is Caragor Onefang.
Caragor Onefang.
Beast Slayer, and there was a time when no man nor beast could touch me, but they have since. Not in a weird way, but I've gone through an arc where I've detracted names off me instead of adding to them, because sometimes that's just as good, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Listen here, we're looking for someone.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, you were doing an exposition. Sorry, I interrupted you. Yeah, you're looking for someone. Mate, I am looking technically for, I think now, my ex-wife or my current wife.
Right.
Never really made it clear. I'm not going to lie.
Look,
but
I had a wife. She's probably dead now.
Look at my wife in this photo.
She's probably dead too. She was in hospital, wasn't she?
Yes. She's I should probably check on her.
It's been years, Mac. Yeah. She's gone.
That's
all of everyone we know is gone.
All for this monkey killer. This monkey killer with this arrowhead specifically.
This one right here.
This one that I'm holding in my hand.
Can you see it?
You haven't seen a monkey killer around here, have you? Please.
Please, we've given our whole lives to find this guy.
Think quickly, Caragor.
Wait.
You could do one or two things.
Look behind this tree. There's a secret door. Maybe it's an exit out of the way of the harrowing of this weird place.
It says above
Are you fucking kidding me? But fucking looking for one of them for fucking years, it feels like.
It says above here, exit.
Oh. Let's go through it. Do you want to come?
Wait, hang on. Wait, do you want to go through? If I've learned anything, that door has probably got a fully believable backstory as to why it is and isn't an exit door, and why you should and should not go through it at the same time. Schrodinger's door. Yeah, fuck it. Go on then.
Look, this place is falling apart. Look,
it is.
It's destroying all around us, melting. Some would say.
I hope my friends are all right.
Let's go through this door, and then we can find that monkey killer together.
Yeah, about that, I think I might. Oh.
Well, that was easy.
Oh, Mac, we're back. Jack,
back in Magnamore, Jack. Hey. I mean Mac.
And what did you say your name was? Caragor
One Fang. Yeah, that's me.
Well, okay. I'm glad we're out of that weird place. We've been looking for this monkey killer, and hopefully they're gonna die inside there. We never could find them.
They didn't find that exit like we did. I bet they're
in a way, Mac and I believe Jack of the, as far as I can tell, wife hunting squad.
Oh, sorry. Let us introduce ourselves. I'm Mac, I think.
I'm Jack, I think.
And we're
Mac and Jack
Attacks.
Justice Attack Squad League.
And we've been hired. Well, we'd not been hired, but we took on the mission.
Case. We got fired, actually. We didn't get hired. We got fired.
Shit, we got fired. We haven't got jobs.
Long time ago.
Yeah, we've been looking for a guy who killed a monkey. Shot him in the back with an arrow. And
little monkey.
Arrow killed it.
I can still see him in my eye.
What? You're joking.
What did you just say?
Yeah, good one.
It was me. Yeah, I did it. Now,
but we were looking for a man named Sharka Bunhara.
Put your hands up. Get
on your knees. Get on your knees.
Email address I used to use.
Get on your knees.
I won't do that.
On your knees,
now, lads.
Okay.
Listen, wait. We can resolve this peacefully. I'm not going to get on my knees, because if you don't mind, I haven't stretched properly today, and I was last in a very dangerous house in a very fierce battle that went on for a long time. Now. What has happened here is you've been hired, but then you were fired. I'm dead sorry about that, because you haven't got jobs to go to. But if it makes you feel any better, doesn't matter, because your wives are dead, so you got no one to supply for. So there's that, you know. Silver, you got kids. Oh, sorry.
I think
my ex-wife's still looking for a kid, I think, and I'm not sure she's found them. Maybe, I don't know. Really wanted to.
Sounds as if a lot of stories haven't been wrapped up yet.
Does it really? Does it? I suppose, maybe. Okay, well, listen, you've got that arrow. It got me dead to rights, Jack or Mac, or whichever one it is of you that held it up.
Tell us why you did it.
Oh, I will. Basically, right, there was this massive plague turning everyone to slimes, and it was dead bad, and it was bad, lads. Mac and Jack of the Justice Attack Team Squad. It was bad, like a whole place being turned to slimes, and there was no. And every time that someone got turned to slime, they immediately wanted to get into a combat with you that lasted 6 hours. So the best thing to do when there was and this killed lots of people, lots of innocent people. Okay, lots of innocent people died and got hurt.
I did read about that in the newspaper.
Oh yeah, that was happening when we were tracking this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. See, I've got evidence. I'm glad about that. Don't have to roll any checks. So there's and then what happened was we seen this monkey, because it wasn't just me. There's some other people, but you probably never met him, probably never heard of him. Because you're wearing funny clothes, and there was this monkey that we thought was infected. And what happened, lads? Listen, when someone got infected, you were dead to right. It's going to turn into a slime, probably. Especially if you ever, and if you were ever dubious about it, the best way to solve it was just to kill them with a jug, and then you'd know they'd turn to a slime or not. That'd be an iron-proof way of finding out.
Okay, write that down, Jack. I've got it already up here.
So anyway, yeah, there was this monkey, and we were pretty sure it was infected, and it was going to spread the plague elsewhere. So do you know what, Mac and Jack? I did it. I stepped up. I took the bullet. Well, I strung a bow, and I put an arrow to that string, and I thought, you know what? If it even comes close to saving the life of 1,000, 100 innocent people, what is one monkey's life? And I've thought about myself several times, and I've got loads of adventures. I won't bore you about them. I thought that if I give my life in the service of saving even maybe 10 or perhaps 11 innocent people, then that's a good life well lived. And I hope that monkey felt the same. And you know what? If I meet that monkey in the afterlife and he's got a reckoning with me, and we dance a bloody dance until the coming of Armageddon across the horizon, blood red skies, in whichever underplane we find ourselves in, then fair fucking enough. I'll let him have a go.
Look at this. Okay.
I've been carrying this for years. This is the picture of his wife and kids.
This wasn't wife and kids?
Yeah, the monkey had wife and a kid.
Have you just been looking at that picture?
Monkey was...
It's really crazy.
Did a big exposition there, and you just...
It was very small, the monkey.
You know what? I'm going to make a point.
I don't think it was old enough to... Anyway, carry on. Make your point.
But what you told me, that warmed the cockles of my justice... hard. And I'm sure if the monkey were here, he'd be all right with you killing him.
I've got something to say too before you speak.
Okay, go, Jack.
I just want to say, thanks. I just want to say, listening, usually I interrupt people a lot, but for once, I just wanted to listen. I think you're the best goddamn person I've ever met. You've got justice coming out of you. I can see it behind your clothes.
I can see it behind that eye patch.
I could hear it coming out of your mouth.
Why do you wear that eye patch? You're not blind to justice.
Sometimes I think about holding you.
I've imagined you every day since my wife passed away.
Become a bit obsessed with me.
I just want to kiss you on the forehead.
Whoa, now, come on. Now, I'm not a great guy. I did a thing. I had to take an innocent life to maybe preserve the lives of others. I won't say I'm amazing, but I appreciate that you care about it. It is, you know, you seem to have spent a long time looking for me. I'm glad that I could resolve that.
I mean, there's two things we could do here. One, we haul your ass in. Two, you join us. And we take care of every monkey killer out there.
Sounded like there was a three. Is there a three?
No, there's just two options.
Okay, all right.
I'm very binary.
Yeah, I can tell. Answer yes/no.
What do you think, Jack? Do you agree with that? Or Mac? I never know.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good deal.
I hate to suggest it, but you're just offering me a job now because you've A, lost yours, B, maybe lost any connection to home, and C, you haven't got any money or anything like that, or
we could be the Kara Gore Mac and Jack Attack Squad Justice.
Or you could change your name.
Yeah, or you could change it to Flack. Clack. Cack. We could be Cack, Jack, and Mac.
Or you could be Gack. Cack or Gack. Which one?
Worse. It's even worse if you come from London. listen, we could talk about changing my name, but right now, I tell you what, I've got. Listen, and I want to make this clear as well. You've done a good job in finding me. Well done, lads.
Thank you.
And I actually have done a little bit of cop work in my time, so I feel like there's some kind of innate bond. I used to do it with my ex-wife, current wife, relationship, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I feel like there is about a bond that we've got, and you've done such a good job. I see you have put a lot of effort into this, and I see you have suffered a little bit. What would be the first thing you'd do if I decided to randomly join you after years of spent with a weird necromancer and a spiky drow wife and a pudgy roly punchy beardy meaty guy and a flappy friendly little blurred claw guy?
We'd be for the people, answering their cases, striving for justice where there wasn't any justice in this world.
We will be the justice.
We will be the night and day
and the morning
and afternoon
and evening. Good night, America. That's what we'll do.
Yeah,
that's it. That's all we got.
Mac, Jack, and Cack.
It's got a ring to it.
Certainly has. You just stick some cheese in there, you have a banging meal. There is a certain irony, I suppose, in you spending this long looking for a monkey killer, only to join forces with the monkey killer to then look for other monkey killers. I suppose. I mean, you could say everyone does that. You know, the people who search for drug-based criminals are actually often drug users themselves. We know that. So it's poetry. Like
you can help us find other monkey killers. Well,
what better way? A crime.
What better way to get inside the head of a monkey killer than to be a monkey killer yourself?
There's only one more thing you got to do to join us. You got to
kill the Whispering Tyrant, because I swear that was one of the things I had to do. I'm pretty sure. No, don't laugh. I'm 85% sure that is one of the things I had to do with my old crew.
Don't worry, we can do that. We can do anything.
But you gotta gravel up that voice. That's the only other thing you need to join the Justice Attack League.
It
takes a little bit of work.
You want me to sound like this? Yeah. Actually, not gonna lie, I think when I had this character initially, that's kind of the voice I wanted to go for, but I thought, fuck this.
Yeah, it's gonna be too much to sustain for a long time.
Especially 17 minutes of recording.
You two have actually managed it, but cumulatively, your search has gone on, I presume, for longer than 17 minutes. And here we all are, gravelly, Khaki Jack Max.
Listen.
So what's it going to be?
Yes.
Kirk.
Or no?
Yeah, all right, go on.
All right. It's Cack, Mac, and Jack.
Don't you want to do a trial or anything? Don't you want to?
Nope.
No, you're in.
Some kind of
That's it.
In.
That's their initiation.
No, I didn't mean a trial process for joining the gang. I just meant a trial for putting me on trial. For I can face the consequences.
Cack,
of
your
actions.
speech was trial enough.
Justice is your trial, and you passed with flying colors.
Here's your badge. Justice.
Shit, yeah.
And here's your gun.
Badge. What?
We gotta have guns.
You had a spare gun this entire time?
Yeah. Just in case.
Yeah.
We have guns. We always have guns. The
Coming out the wazoo.
The ones we gave to our commissioner, they were our fake guns. These are our real guns.
He'll be still kicking himself about that. Opening up a drawer with fake guns.
Anyway, that's anyway,
classic.
Let's go. Mac, Jack, and Cack.
Away! Give it again!
spent all on Ubers.
yeah.
Spent everything on Ubers.
Uber.
Everything on Ubers.
Right.
What do you need?
Anywhere near here?
Nah, there's no outlets.
No.
There's one over there. There's the nearest one to you is over there.
Okay. We're too low on battery. Yeah, power bank. Yeah.
All right.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I had my pad on charge, and then literally I was figuring it out. I was like,
Have you got a cable?
Yes, I do.
No.
Where's my cable? Oh, I'm sitting on it.
No, get me a cable, please.
A cable tie? Sure.
Wow. It's exciting.
I feel like I'm at a festival.
What sort of festival?
An indoor one.
An indoor mic'd up festival.
Yeah.
Strictly mic'd.
What are you taking? You don't have to say that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he's got that paracetamol.
I don't want to have a headache. And the last.
I've already got a headache, so
Nobody cares,
some,
Ross.
But I might have some in a minute. Huh? This is such a good intro to the last episode.
No,
you haven't done this again.
The last one. Are you serious? I was doing that so I didn't. It wasn't on air.
I'll cut it.
Yeah, you always say that.
You always say
I just thought it'd be nice to have a little bit of chat. I might put it at the end.
A little bit of chat. So you start recording when no one was talking.
Evil Colin.
Right. Okay.
That's what we
now is the preamble.
Yes,
What?
Bramble Master.
What are we going to talk about today, team?
Heresy time.
All right.
On the next future episode of Cack, Mac, and Jack,
The Justice Attack League.
Oh, I'm so old, Mac.
Oh, I was going. Hello there.
Oh,
I need a special kind of detective to help me with this case.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I heard that Cack, Mac, and Jack are the best darn detectives in all of Magnamaru somewhere.
That's where we are.
I think. I'm
Well.
not sure where we are. I'm asleep.
What's your name, kid?
Jefferson.
Jefferson, huh?
Yeah.
What's the case?
I don't know.
Well, let me ask you a question. Does it involve a monkey killer?
Yeah, I heard. Yeah, that some monkey stole my food and then someone killed him.
Hey, Cack!
Oh, I just kick to the door.
After all these years, we've got another case.
We've been waiting for such a long time, Jack Mac.
70
Now,
years.
finally.
Mac,
My skills will finally come into
Jack.
use.
What's going on?
We've been
Who's this
training
little
all
boy?
this time.
Jack Mac, we got
Still boy
gas.
Jefferson. He says that someone stole his food. A monkey stole the food, and then someone killed the monkey.
Oh my God.
We got
Oh
one
my
again.
God. Well, that monkey theft thief killer is gonna get fooled again.
We'll get food again.
We could do. I don't know why I did just that. We could do another one.
No, it's great. Let's do another one. Let's on.
That's 20 minutes to put on the end of
Next time on the season after the one you're just about to listen to, the season after the season that's just been released, we've got plans for the next, and this is what's gonna happen.
Look, I don't care if you're the kids of Cack, Mac, and Jack. You're not them, okay? And you never will be. Those were the best damn detectives in all of Magnamar.
Hey, my daddy he told me how to catch monkeys. And he told me how to catch monkey killers. So I can catch monkeys, I can catch killers. And Jack was the finest daddy I ever did have.
You know that that monkey killing's gone out of control since my dad's died.
Ja, und obviously, because I was raised by my mother mainly, even though Caragor and Shania definitely had the sex things, and they couldn't find Shania's actual child, so they thought replace it. And here I am. Then I will be joining the crew, and I don't care if you think I'm not a good detective, and I am just into eating cheese. I will eat cheese whilst looking for the future killers with the boys of Mac and Jack.
Mac and Jack Jr.
Mac and Jack and Cack Jr.
Yeah, it's Klaus, but okay.
Mac and Jack Jr. with Klaus.
I won't give it again.
It's got to be some sort of like dubstep remix for this season, you know. And then we've got in the future, there's going to be the Mac and Jack and Cack movie.
Coming this summer. This summer. They thought they were out, but they were definitely in.
How many monkeys you seen die?
500 since
I said how many monkeys?
500!
You're dead, monkey killer.
They're not just killing monkeys. They're selling monkeys. Hey, man, you want to buy some monkeys? You want to buy some?
Pay for that, sunshine.
Oh, no, it's Mac and Jack and Cack.
If you've got a monkey, they've got a problem.
How many monkeys? Well, you'll find out.
Yeah, you're going to find out right now. Monkey see, monkey. Fuck you, I've got a gun. Bang!
Coming this summer.
To a theater near Magnamar. Awesome. I think that's a good ending to everything, to be honest.
Yeah.
So thanks, Dangerlings. Hope you enjoyed that.
Yay!
Thanks, Dangerlings. Hope you enjoyed that.
There you go, and it's confirmed in the story now that Shania and Caragor had a baby.
At some point
in the future.
Yeah, at some point in the future, that actually happens. We don't know how drows,
I'll text Drum about it. Drum be clued up.
It'll slip it in to the next step.
Bye!
Bye, team!
Bye.
Oh.